everybody, welcome to 10 More Minutes. I'm Chris, and Sam cannot make it today. He might show up in the middle of the stream, we'll see. It's his mommy's birthday today, so he's social distancing, going over to say hi and, you know, do whatever he's doing over there, presents, or I don't know. I don't want to convey, but yeah, he's over there spending it with his mom, which is fucking awesome. So you got me today, and you stuck with me. Today I decided against playing a different game, and today we're going to be playing Curse of the Dead Gods, something I just found. It's very cool looking. I've been playing it, I think I played it for about 5 or 6 hours so far, so I'm not terribly far in, but I think I'm at 3rd out of 4th tier. I think the grind gets harder from this point out, but let me jump in and show you guys. This is by Tech Games and Focus Home Interactive. I really enjoy the game. I think if you guys are interested in playing it, you should definitely pick it up. If you're a fan of, and I haven't personally played Hades, but I assume it's similar in style to Hades, and the art style to Darkest Dungeon. I believe that might be like a Mike Mignola style. I hope I got that right. What up? Zach gifting a tier 1 sub to Walrus Gumboot. Hey, that's your 76 gifted sub. Thank you, Kaiza. Or should I call you Zach now, finally? I mean, because it's Kiza, Kaiza. I read some of the chat before. Thank you, dude, and congratulations. Baked Bunny, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Okay, so I've gotten a little bit of this game done. You start out, and I guess I can show you. You start out and you start unlocking things. I have 2 of the 4 altars unlocked to be able to choose my starting equipment. I think I'm going to choose weighted blades or gusting glaive. I think I'm going to choose the gusting glaive. I haven't actually tried that. There's a lot of different weapons and games and loadouts and stuff in this game. So you guys aren't seeing the very beginning of it, but I think it might be better like this. I'll go right into it. So what you start out when you start playing is there's these 3 bottom ones unlocked. These top 2 and higher are tiered off. There is the Blood Hunter Hunts, the Storm Throne, and Bewitched Catacombs. Each of them play differently, have different enemies, have different traps, have different layouts, have different bosses. And eventually, as you beat the game, it goes up to level 2, and you keep expanding further into the game. It's kind of like... what was the card deck? Slay the Spire, almost, in its branching pathway. But we'll go right into it, and I'll show you guys how the game plays. See, like I was saying, with kind of Slay the Spire style with the map a little bit. We get to choose one of these paths. Do I want to go for gold? Do I want to go for attributes? Do I want to go for a relic? I think I'm going to go for... I think I'm going to go for gold and then attribute as I travel up. The problem with this game, and not really a problem, but a detriment, is that you're constantly having to figure out how to balance your curse. Now, your curse gives you boons and I believe the word is banes, while you're constantly going through it. Little curse bar, bottom right side corner. Every time you go through a door, go up a level, it goes up a little bit. Some enemies hurt you and hit you and cause it to go up a little bit. Eventually, if you get 5 levels of doom, or curse, sorry, it starts going down almost like a poison until you're at 1 HP. And then you just gotta play without getting hit or you die. So there's a couple things here with the game. You have a dodge to try and get away from enemies. You gotta time it right. It's pretty forgiving. You can dodge into them just so long as you're not in the hitbox, but what you see here is we're in darkness. I believe, based off my current settings and stuff, I take extra damage in darkness. So what you want to do is light it up. That way you can swap between and actually go about killing stuff. But the darkness hides traps and things inside of it. Oh boy. Let's see if I can... These are explosion little crates, these red guys. Oh! So long as you're in the very forgiving AoE range, you'll get hit. And so long as you're not, you won't. It's good. I like the somersault dodge, kind of like the roly-poly boy. I also love that it doesn't really affect your light too much. A lot of environmental stuff, like the webs here being lit on fire. You'll see in some of the other areas, poison gases can be lit on fire. Bombs and traps can hit enemies and kill them. Oh, get out of the curse! I did not get out of the curse in time. Again, not very good at the game. I just started playing late last night. Couldn't fall asleep, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play this one. This one looks pretty cool. Let me see if I can find a trap for you guys. So there's a broken wall back here. You can light the trap on fire, explode the wall, and go say hi to our little buddy. There is a parry mechanic as well, which is the left trigger. I am nowhere near good at it, much like all of parry mechanics in Dark Souls and Sekiro and all that other stuff. So, sometimes you'll find items. Eagle Talon here, Relic, Eagle. Gives 15% damage boost to lightning attacks. I don't think I have anything that gives lightning attacks, so I can either take it, hope I get something that gives me lightning attacks, leave it, which is not a good option to my knowledge, or offer it to the gods, which will restore 4% of my max HP. I'm gonna offer it to the gods because I wanna heal up a little bit. So it has been offered. That's gonna happen a lot. Sometimes you'll offer it up and they'll get rid of your curse. Not get rid of it, but they'll drop some of it. It's it's a little taxing. I think we're gonna definitely get through because I like this sword. I don't really care for the whip combo, but it seems fun. See if I can get it going. Come to me, friend. There we go. Oh. Gotcha. Fuck. Okay, so they have curse damage that they can shoot out. I didn't dodge well enough, so I got booped in the snoot by them. There we go. So these are traps. Without a light, you can't see the traps in the center. We put them out. Oh, it looks like there might actually be enough light to actually see them now, but this is what they look like. Sometimes you'll go down hallways and there'll just be spikes under there. Not the man Snoot. Hey, guys, gifted a tier 1 sub, the Juicy Ham 44. Guys, that's your second one today. Thank you, dude. And congrats, Juicy Ham. It's a really, I'm enjoying the hell out of the game. The reviewer that I saw said that they played for about 30 hours before they beat the boss the first time, but that's still not the end of the game. There's other ways you can play and other things you can do, but I think they said it took them like 30 hours to get to the boss, the final boss. I believe there's 4 tiers of bosses. So when you touch a door, move to the next level, you get to choose which way you're going to go. I'm going to move forward with attributes because I have a decent amount of money. But, watch this. It gives me curse and corrupts me. So now at level 1 out of 5 of the curse. It's random what I get. Raging Temple. I am not going to pronounce that. I don't even, yeah. That guy controls the servants of the gods. He has defeated their champions, their watchers, their hopes, and their fate. All jaguar statues now trigger fireballs. All of them, I guess. That's gonna be fun. That could be good or bad. I've noticed that a lot of these curses can be good or bad. So check it out. There's traps in front of me, directly in front, right? If I put out my torch, they disappear. So without you having your weapons put away and your torch on, whoo, you can get popped by them pretty quickly. That's a trap. Oh boy. There we go. Keep the dodges going. So I got pretty decent at what I was using the throwing knives and the maul earlier. on my first like playthrough trying to figure stuff out. Oh, I didn't take it, did I? I didn't take the lightning thing. I didn't, and now I found a maul that gives lightning attacks. Fuck me. Go figure. So what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna offer it up to the gods. This is the new fully released game. Yeah. This is the Curse of the Old Gods. I believe it had just released. Oh boy, there was a lot of explosion wall points to be able to find extra stuff back here. Can I trigger that? I believe it released in late February? No, that didn't do anything. Damn. Well, I goofed that one up. But I just started playing it last night, so I'm no expert. Oof. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I missed in there. A lot of the layouts feel similar. Oh, okay, that's right. All the Jaguar statues. All of them. There's charge shots. There we go. Dodge out of it, and hua! And then there's, I keep forgetting, I always forget my secondary weapon. Whips and whatever you start out with, really. Oop. This one is special. Oh! With the way that it goes about things. This is like a, what is it, a gust blade, I think they called it, or something like that? Let's see. Gusting glaive. Its charge shot actually shoots out that kind of circle. I haven't had experience with that yet. It's kind of roguelike. I don't know if I would call it roguelike, you know. It doesn't seem like it has all of the elements to make it truly rogue. It can get not samey, but you can kind of see the pathway alterations for a lot of what is random through your path. Like, I can definitely tell. I've seen it. I've only been 6 hours in now. Like, oh, I want to take a right here or a left here to be able to reach this spot. Now, it's random for what I find at these locations. This is an area where I can put up an offering of gold or blood to get 250 max health, 10% damage, or both. But it costs at least 750 gold to get it, or 40 curse. Again, if I hit that 5 curse, it's gonna poison me down to 1 HP, and then I'm pretty much fucked, because I'm not good enough to not get hit. Let's do, I'm gonna offer up some gold. Nice. If you guys like Hades and you guys like just the art style, like Darkest Dungeon and stuff, I do think you guys would really enjoy this game. I have enough money, I think, to get another attribute upgrade. There we go. Okay, so yeah, this area should turn right around. If I don't want to go across here, should go right around to this area. Have a couple little enemies. I forgot that I have the curse that makes all the jaguars attack with fireballs, but I can use that to my advantage and just have them kill the enemies. There's a thing called you see the kill on the right above on the I didn't say it fast enough because I'm a dum-dum and I got dum-dum brain. Above the curse marker, there's kind of a kill counter. It's kind of like your kill streak. It counts down over time, and you get benefits and multipliers by killing things quickly. I really enjoy. Oh God, the cursed Habib. No, Kaza. I really enjoy this game a lot. No single source. I'll take that. I don't want to get booped in my snoot. So I picked it up. I can only carry 6 of them. Some curses actually will bring it down a little bit. I think bring it down to 5 or not let you read what they do. It's been a little bit. We're still looking if we can get a two-handed weapon. And then we can always review our curses. Yeah, I like offensive fighting over defensive. A lot of this isn't defensive per se. I think a lot of this is offensive with like rolling attached in, you know? Dodging and rolling, and because you're not really using a shield like you would expect to use the shield weapon. You would use the shield as kind of like a shield bash. Now I don't have the shield on me right now, so it's hard for me to say and show. Plus 20% base damage for whips. I do have a whip, so I will take that. I don't use it much, so that might be one of the ones I get rid of over time. But I'll take that in the meantime. I can always swap it out. Let's see. Okay. So this is another one of those offering things. 250 max health. Health is always super nice. 25% treasure find. Or both. I can afford both, but that's going to put me down... Let's see. I might have to go to the money side to pick up more money then in the meantime. That's fine. I'll do that. I'll offer gold. Hell yeah. What up, everybody? I'll go to the gold side. So much like with Slay the Spire, you could do stuff to, you know, increase your stats or get a new item, new card. This one is not cards, but the unknown slots could be anything. Could be any one of those fucking things. Could be a challenge even. Those are, I believe, a little rare. I've only seen them once or twice in a run, in a single run at a time. I'll go gold though. And again, each time you go through one of the doors, it curses you. And eventually as that goes up, you have to deal with it. Oh, there is a lot of fire here. Shit. Oh, not much I could have done there. If I stood on top of the, I haven't seen this room before, that room before. If I stood on top of the spiky boys, they'd hit me. If I stood in the fire, they'd burn me. Really had to make a decision. There we go. Oh, come on, gang, let's play. Oh, there we go. Oh, get out of there! Hell yeah! So it looks like we found an item. Let's light things up a little bit so we can get a better idea. Found an item. It's a keen bow. It's a two-handed weapon. I'm not really super fond of the bows, so I actually think I'm going to offer it to the gods and get rid of 4 corruption. That is the X option. There we go. Ooh. Wait, is this the same gusting glaive that I have? Okay, so it's the same gusting glaive I have, but this one removes 1 corruption for each enemy killed, which is pretty spectacular, I'd say. I'm going to take this one over the one I have, because you can't hold 2 at once, so it's going to drop my 1 on the ground. So you might say to yourself, Chris, well, why don't you just offer that one to the gods? You can't. Once you equip it, kind of like how Minecraft was, or maybe, or not Minecraft, Warcraft was, or maybe still is. Once you equip something, it has been sullied. It's yours. It's not allowed to be put up to the gods anymore. So that's got to stay there now. But I do have the real cool nice glaive, which removes 1 corruption for each enemy killed, which is nice. Ooh, got a lot of spooky boys over here. Okay. Got some... Oh. That was the other side. So remember when I rolled through that spike pit? It kind of split off. I could go either way. Don't know what was on that other side. Let's try this. Light some boys up, maybe. Yeah. And for you! Oh. That was in the fire. No, thank you. No, thank you. Please don't hit me. I don't want to die in this place. There we go. Whoop! I got fucking popped. Nope. Nice. Nice. Let's relight that up and let's see. Okay, we can open it up. Got some Mon-Mons. 200 greed time kill time limit. I haven't felt like I've personally had a whole lot of problems problems with the time limits for the greed time, unless I've been using a heavy weapon. And that's not really my playstyle on this one, so I am going to offer that one up to the gods to get some healings. Nice. Oh, is that Striker? Oh, it is Striker. What up, dude? You're, on my screen, your name is a dark blue over a black background, so I was like, I can't read what the hell is going on. Highlighted message, intense question. Silksong and Breath of the Wild 2 are released on the same day. Which you play first? We play them at the exact same time, and we buckle down and get rid of all of our life's responsibilities so that we can, 1, play both of them, and 2, entertain you guys. That is the correct and only option. But if that wasn't an option, it would be Silksong. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's do. That's your answer? Yeah. Let's do. Let's get some more gold. I want to see if I can upgrade my weapon, but I'm afraid of how much it'll cost, and I can always curse myself to avoid the gold cost, but at the same time, doing that too much can absolutely ruin a run. Let's see how far this fire spreads. Maybe I can take out some enemies before I even pop in there. Oh, yep, a little bit. Look at that dum-dum, he's just up there burning. Like a dummy. Haha, buddies! Oh. There we go. Some of these curses can get rid of gold, like with you seeing it. As soon as it starts, oh god, I didn't expect to get hit on that last one. Oh, whoop. With you seeing it, it'll start disappearing off your screen and stuff. It'll be worth more, which is kind of the boon aspect of it. But the bane aspect is it starts going away. And it does not give you a whole ton of time, so you really have to be careful. Another cracked wall if I only had something that would have broken it. Hey, Pat dropping in the hearts. Thank you, Pat. Filling that jar up. Wait, was that it? Yeah, I guess so. That was just the money extra area. Do I want a relic or healing? I think I'm going to go relic, then gold, then upgrade, then boss. I'm going to follow this left path. The whip is cool. Yeah, it is. A lot of these weapons are definitely interesting. I don't think the whip is quite my style. But for having started with it, I do enjoy having it as an offhand. And really, there's offhand combos. So if I hit like X, X, Y, which would be sword, sword, whip, there would be different aspects to how I'm fighting. I'm a pretty simple boy. I'm just one of your common southern simple boys that plays video games, but from California and talks like this, dude and man. But I don't really, beat 'em up combos and stuff like that aren't really my style. Neither is like fighters. Okay, so there's two options here. I can go left. That line immediately ahead of me, right here, will block off the room. So I've got two options. I can go that way, or I can climb across here and go this way. I usually go left, and my only thought process of going right is I feel pretty strong. They said this pathway behind some traps. Maybe there's better loot on this side. Now that's just me projecting. I don't know if they designed the game that way. That's my RPG hope of like, let's follow this path. It looks harder. There's probably some good loot at the end. That's it. Gotcha, baby! 1, 2. That was the combo of the X, X, Y. Oh! Let's see if I can get it. X, nope, nope. X, X, Y. That's the full kind of round with the whip. When it's in your secondary. I don't know what it's... I think it's only ever secondary. Yeah, I think it's only ever secondary. Chromatic knives. Main weapon throwing. Oh, these are extra weapons that I unlocked during the base game when you guys first start. You won't have some of these extra weapons unlocked yet, like the gusting glaive to the right or the chromatic knives to the left. These are throwing knives that deal a random elemental damage, fire, poison, or lightning. When you first start, you're only going to have pretty much just basic weapons. Thank you for following, Mobfox. Let me catch up a chat real quick. If you stop taking damage and gain higher and higher kill counts, and very rarely you need to go into the gold passes, though plenty of it just normal rooms. Alright, Andreas. Thank you for that. Like I said earlier, I'm only 6 hours into the game. I haven't really found too many pro tips or looked anything up. This is just what I've experienced. If it's wrong, correct me, guys. Or if it's not playing towards an end game type of deal. Whoa, the drone went crazy. Let me know. Zach gifted a tier 1 sub to Andreas. Awesome. Thank you, Zach. God, you're going for 80 today, aren't you? Gifted a tier 1 sub to Mobfox. I pushed you at 79 gifted subs, dude. Much appreciated. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited for Silksong. Let's offer this up to the gods. Yeah, this game was in early access, I believe, for a little while. I only picked it up late last night, so I didn't see a whole lot of the changes and a lot of the balancing things, and probably new weapons and new shrines and stuff. So I'm very new to the game still. Striker gifted a tier 1 sub to Streamlabs. I'm sorry, Striker. Your gifted sub went to Streamlabs. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. That's 207 gifted subs from you, Striker. You gotta go, Juice. We'll see you later, dude. Thanks for showing up. What do we got here? 30% poison damage, 45% damage against weakened enemies, consumed to restore 50% of max health when taking a fatal blow. Oh. Interesting. I might actually... Ooh, that's a lot of curse. It's a lot of money, too. I think I'm gonna take it. I think I'm gonna test the waters and just take it. I'm gonna offer up blood just to show you guys. Hopefully, I've never used this before, but hopefully if I understand it, if I die, I should be raised up to 50% HP. I hope I read that right. Striker, you seem to believe I didn't gift it to them on purpose, you fool! That's true. I questioned your motives without knowing. Shadow Flame. Even the light and warmth of fires can be touched by the gold embrace of darkness. Some braziers now burn with a dark flame and cannot be lit. So, sometimes we'll come up to torches and they'll just have a purple, like this one, a purple black essence around it. My light will go out, I'll take extra damage, and I cannot light that one or deal with anything that relates to fire and torch stuff inside of it. So it's a curse. Or, if I have stuff that helps me fight better in darkness, could be a boon, you know? The glow hand looks neat? Yeah, do. Yeah, do. Gotcha, baby! Who wants to go? Whoop! Woohoo! I didn't mention this thing also. The diamonds that are under my character, I really should have mentioned this, are my... What do you call them? Stamina. Those allow me to attack, dodge, roll, and everything. If those run out, I'm kind of fooped. Oh, God. Roll out! Autobots! But for the time being, for right now, I think I'm okay on most of it because I'm handling this weapon set pretty well. Let's see. Did pretty well for a newbie. I know you fucking champs out there are probably rocking all the cool equipment and gear. Where you at? Where you at, buddy? Oh! Where you at, buddy? There you are. I thought I saw you. Oh! Like I said earlier, for the rolling though, very forgiving. It feels like a lot of it feels very fair. No single okay, I think I already have that, so I'm going to offer it up to the gods. I think I already have the 10% one or the 15% one. So there's no real point to me to pick up that one. I don't think it's going to stack in any kind of reasonable way. Snake Fang. I don't have any poison attacks, so I'm going to use that to heal. Offer it up to the gods. Snake Fang! That's how the Snake Fang would sound if they were snake fanging. If only Dark Souls had this level of dodging without feeling like you get ripped off every time. I know it's tight, it just feels very fucking tight. It's very much along the lines of, oh, well, I guess to fuck me then, Dark Souls, I guess I rolled wrong. I'm gonna upgrade my weapon. Now, you don't just get to upgrade your weapon, you have to fight for it. And it seems like my curse is going to put every goddamn torch in front of me as unable to be used. Oh, that's fine though. Nope, that wasn't fine. Full whip. Where you at, next crew? So a lot of these ones show up in kind of like waves. Woohoo! There we go. Allowing you to keep your kill count up, but not enough in the way to where you can really abuse it all that much. And I say that as I get a pretty decent fucking kill count on it. That might have been the best I've ever done one of those rooms. That is MC Hammer. That is him. Mr. MC. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now, if I had some poison stuff, this would be really great, because I've been throwing out a bunch of poison stuff. But I'll offer it up to the gods. The game looks like a lot of fun. Fuck yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm not getting paid to say this or anything, but I think it's a blast. So if you guys are interested in it, I think right now it's currently on sale, like 10% off or something. I think it's like $18 or something like that at this moment. Go and double check. But I'm having a fucking blast with this thing. Gusting Glaive and Braided Whip. The Braided Whip has a 20% increase on it already. Wow. The whip really would be the better choice, but it's not my style. 20% base damage if your secondary weapon is a pistol. Other than the damage increase, that doesn't really help me. I think I'm just going to rely in the meantime off of not upgrading. I think I'm going to save my stuff. It's probably the wrong move. No, I'm gonna offer up gold for the whip, and I'll try and use the whip more. It's not the game that needs to change. It's me. I need to adapt, overcome. You guys said hammer earlier. Did I goof up and miss a hammer? I was laying on the floor or something? No, we were joking around. No, I don't see anything. Yeah, I think we're good. You were talking about Big Boy, weren't you? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, champion time. New curse. Supposed to beat this game without getting the 5th fucking curse, and goddamn, we're already at 3 and we haven't even fought the first boss yet. Fun fact though, each big boss you beat, gets rid of one of your curse levels, so. Deadly Obsession. You're the most deadly when near your final breath. Keep your enemies in sight. They will feed your resolve. Maximum stamina is reduced by 1. I do not like that. Killing an enemy with any weapon restores 2 stamina points instead of 1. Okay. That's cool though. So it changes up your playstyle a little bit. have to be more regulatory of my stamina, but only to the point of making sure that by the time I kill somebody, it's on the lower end. Gotcha. Oh, Jack dropping a Corgo in the Corgo jar. Thank you. The single big Corgo. Appreciate that, dude. It's boss time. First boss. Come on, let's go. Huh. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, fucker? Oh, I forgot that fire fucking automatically moves now. Or the jaguars. Woo-hoo-hoo. Not the jaguars, but the traps. There we go. Whoop. Come on, fuckface. Let's fight. What? Yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Kitties. Kitties coming out to play. Nope, no, please don't. Nope, that's not who I wanted. Where you going? Where you going, homeboy? Fuck, fuck! Nice, I got a double. Come on! Whoop! Woohoo! Nice. Got it both sides. Oh, damn it! I was hoping to beat him without getting fucking hit. Would have been the first time I ever did it, but I jerked up. Being a silly boy. With the whip. One hit versus the boss. Ain't too bad. Let's see if I can narrow it down. Again, only 6 hours into the game, so... Oh, did I pick the wrong one? I picked the fucking wrong one, didn't I? God damn it. So, it seems I goofed up. Normally this would stay open, you can move on further. It looks like on that map, I chose, well, not this map, there was another map. I chose the first one and not the full path. So I chose to end at tier 1. It was not intentional, but this gives a good example, without the weapons and stuff being added in, and the extra boons and things, of what the game will start out like for you. It'll get to that level, and then you'll be able to come back here, spend your moolah, and then start again at a different level. Throwing knives. I've never used the claws. Let me show you guys the underground now that you've seen what would happen. All that loot I got off of the boss, they're gonna show up as skulls, jade rings, and red medallion things. I don't know the fucking name for them. Don't judge me for that. And you get all these options. These are kind of like Hollow Knight charms in a way. You get to equip up to 3, and they give you different benefits. Mine have been stacked out. I've been playing for 6 hours. So I have your physical attacks non-elementary have 50% chance to turn into fire attacks. So it means anything that gives like a fire bonus, I tend to try and keep. Gear found in chests are dropped by enemies have a high chance of being of higher quality. Seems to give me a better chance to find special items and weapons. And then this one, start with 1,000 gold and 5 perception at the start of your exploration. I'm still pretty new. That extra gold, excuse me, really helps out. Until I can learn the game much better, you know, when and where I need to go pick up money and do those sort of things. Hey, if you subscribe to tier 1, that's a 14 months right there. 9-month streak. Thank you, dude. Glad I like the books. Yeah, I still gotta read them. But we're excited to. Looking at the books, because Fume sent us, you sent us The Green Knight. Is that by Chaucer? You sent us the Canterbury Tales, and you sent us Beowulf. Knowing that some of them or all of them, I'm not entirely sure, are bilingual or duolingual, maybe. The book's not as scary looking. It's not a thick book, but knowing that it's really literally only half because half the other pages are in a different language, makes it a lot more approachable. So thank you. I appreciate that. Forsaken weaponry. So this is what I was using. The Gusting Glaive before. I had purchased it with 15? 10? It might have been only 5 of the Jade Rings. But then I started unlocking all these other weapons. And some of them are cursed, and I'm not entirely sure what the curse means. Maybe when you pick them up, you get more curse? I'm not entirely sure. I don't think I've ever found any of them. Weapons altars. This is the altars to start out with a benefit or a bonus. So I could start out with a different secondary weapon, basic quality, no ability, or maybe even a two-handed weapon, which I don't really use that much. It has the custom Rubik's Cube. We're still trying to solve it. I fucked it up, and we're still trying to solve it. And then we start with Divine Favors. You normally start with none of them. I've spent some skills to be able to put them in, and they let you re-roll some of the store stuff. So it's a benefit that you're kind of working towards with all of these. Each time you go into a run, technically, you're working towards a goal. What I'm going to do with this one is I haven't tried these chromatic knives. I really like the throwing knives, so I think I'm going to start the next run. I'm going to try and do a full run with the chromatic knives. While we take a quick break, not a break, but I want to take a sip of my drink. How are you guys all doing today? I know I've been very game focused, but I appreciate you guys hanging out and chat and chilling. Fume says, Green Knight is by an anonymous poet from the 14th century. Oh, that's right. Tolkien just modernized the spelling of it from, what was it? Middle English to modern English? Or what we would consider to be the beginning of modern English? Something like that. Beowulf is by no one knows who or when it was written or performed, but it was mirrored Old English and modern English. Okay, yeah. Canterbury Tales of 14th century by Chaucer. I hope I'm saying that right still. The version you have is modernized. Nice. That really helps out with my legibility. Wish Mike can be here for streams like this. Yeah, unfortunately, Mike's working. He's always... Oh, shit! Zach dropping a tier 1 sub to Goldfish. Thank you! Goldfish is my DM that we just got done playing D&D right before the stream with. Thank you for doing that. Congrats, Goldfish. Lucky number 80. Let's go for the chromatic knives. I think I'll take those. Chaucer? Okay, cool. Thank you, fam. Let's do... I'll try the Storm Throne or the Quest of... Actually, did I never... That's right. I got right up to the end of the Quest of Invulnerability. I went to fight the boss and I freaking died to him. I think I got him to like half HP and he killed me. Okay. Well, to give you guys something different, I'm going to try the Quest of Omnipotence. A gentleman and a scholar. Thank you. Let's see. Money, Relics upgrade. Wow, that one's really up on the air, huh? I think I might... I think I really like these throwing knives. Some kind of... My main thought process here is to avoid the ones that give me new weapons. I think I'm going to try the left path. That sucks, Jay. Good luck, dude. It's already the 1st of March here. What is time? February is a very small, very short month. It's only got 28 days in it. Ooh, we got some babies. Okay, so we got, let's see. So this is how the shield works. Not really defensive. Your defensive move is to, parry or dodge. and that's it. But I do love these throwing knives. And that's how we're gonna do it. Oh. This isn't my favorite setup of temples. I really have a lot of problem with this one, and especially a lot of problems with the one that's to the right of it. I forget the name for it. The kind of cursey, dungeony snake one, I think. Plus 30% critical. Hell yeah, I'll take that. I find personally the red path to be the easiest for me. Different traps and stuff here. Just the bosses are different too. Yeah! Oh, we got Big Boy over here. Big Boy! So my shield does more damage than my knives for right now. But lets me keep a good distance. It lets me kind of drop in some electrical damage, or not electrical, elemental damage, while I stay safely away. Ooh, stay away, stay away, stay away, stay away. I didn't know there was enemies over here! Oh. Shield, baby! You want some shield? And shield. Is there another way to use the shield? There's the, well, hold on. There we go. There's the single hit. And there's the hold hit, which is kind of the shield bash. That's it. Other than that, there's roll to dodge, which gives you iframes. And then there's parry, which again, still only 6 hours in, 7 now. I'm not very good at knowing the parry times for a lot of these enemies. They're not super strict, but they're strict enough to where regularly me dodging and getting iframes is a better strategy for now, for me. But I'm sure that'll change down the way as I get more used to. I've been trying to use it more on bosses and stuff. Yes, goldfish, dega. The birds are shooting hurricanes. So what these are little traps. I think they're actually lightning or thunder damage. Because I only think there's poison, thunder, and fire. I think those are the only elements in this game. I think. Stabby stab. All right, what we got here? So, you'll notice some of these statues decide to attack you. That's their version of traps in this dungeon. Entirely different. Different things are interactable based off of fire and how you go about it. Haha, fucker! Ow. I didn't see you started the charge. Let's go. Let's go. Whoop. Whoop. Rolled it. We got a couple different items. Serpent Blade Dagger. I haven't really used dagger that much. I'm going to keep my shield and use it to heal. Oh yeah, there's a lot of cool effects in this game. Hunting axes will replace my chromatic knives. I do not think they're better, even though they have better damage. I've not used the hunting axes, but based off of how throwing axes work in Super Ghouls and Ghosts, I hate them. I know they're probably incredibly different, but not for me. So what you guys just saw was one of those electrical traps sitting on the ground. I kind of triggered it. 15% damage to lightning attacks. I'll take it. I have a chance to do lightning attacks. It ain't much, but I'm cool with it. Let's move on. I see you there, friendo. And I also see... I'm gonna do this. And bring up the torch! Ow, fucker, I didn't think you'd hit me so fast. What? Damn it. I have so much trouble seeing these birds actually start the strike pattern, which is right there. because half the time I'm doing something that creates a glow effect, and the glow effect that's on them is what triggers, and I don't see it because I'm a big dummy. I'm a big silly boy. So we can go left, or we can go right. Actually, I think we can just go right. Or just go left, I'm sorry. We gotta go west. You got it? What'd you get, Striker? Alright, so we hit the throne room. Torture ring. Heal 3% of max HP when an enemy is killed by the environment. I don't tend to use that much. Increase max stamina. Good for the start of a fight. Not for prolonged ones as much. 45 damage to lightning attacks. That seems really good. I'm gonna offer gold for that one because of my elemental weapons. Oh, you get it, just don't get hit. Yeah, a lot of the game is, hey, loser, don't get hit. It's like, fuck, thanks. Yeah, I get you, man. I get you. A lot of it is that. A lot of it is not repetition, but figuring out how to go about, you know, enemy patterns and stuff. There's that. And they don't overwhelm you all that much, too. You know, the birds are my biggest thing right here. I think the easy to see lines across, like, a lot of the hunters and bowmen seem to utilize. Those are a lot easier to see than the ones that are like the body AoEs. Alright, so this is a perfect opportunity to show you guys these traps. This is a spear trap. That's my first time finding this specific one. Not too hard, a couple clicks to get through. But yeah, you definitely want to notice it ahead of time. This is another trap. As soon as these electrical things go over here, it's going to trigger electricity back where it was. No big. Think we got everything back there? Yeah, we did. Yeah. Uh-huh. There we go. Perfect. Keep that electricity away from me, son of a bitch. The purple bar on the bottom right is my, yeah, it's my grape juice meter. It's my curse meter. Or my corruption, I guess, maybe. I'm not sure on the technical terms for it. Corruption or curse, or it's a meter that basically tells me how fucked I am. Let me see if I can charge in. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Got it timed out, baby! You thought you had me! You sly dog! You caught me monologuing! Hell yeah. Oh, I guess we got extra boys up in here now. Nice. Alright, let's see here. Skyhammer. Nah, I don't think I'll take the Skyhammer. Skyhammer's nice, but I think I'd... actually, hold on. A lot of my kit is set up for lightning already, and that would be lightning full based. Ooh, that might be good. Hold on. It's a two-handed weapon. I don't need to make the decision. I could just take it. Yeah. I could just take it. So, I'll show you guys what two-handed weapons are like in just a hot second. Lightning damage! Yep. No, exactly. I'm catching up with chat. What up, guys? What up, Big Boss Man? Did I just really pull the syndrome? I did. I fucking did. Sacrificial Makata. Deals critical damage when only one enemy is nearby. I'm cool. I'll offer it up to the gods. So, your two-handed weapon is an entirely different weapon from your torch, your single-handed off and main hand weapons, and your two-handed weapon. So I can have my torch. I can have my throwing daggers. I can have my shield, which is actually technically an offensive weapon. And I can have my big fuck-off's hammer. It's a big boy. But if I needed to use lightning for anything, that would kind of be the one I want to go for! Like that. Oh, you hit now, Striker? Nice, dude. Don't get hit. Thanks, man. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for gifting out subs and stuff. Thank you, man. You have a good one. I will take this. Don't think I'll end up needing it, but it is nice to have. Can always trade it out or offer it up later, but in the meantime, it will provide me with some kind of benefit. So I will take it. Oh, boy. Lots of money? I think it's just the money room. Yeah, it's just the money room. Okay, cool. The end of the area typically has the shrine or the thing that you came for. So I've got decisions to make. Do I go for the relic and the attribute and then maybe? Or do I go for the gold, the upgrade, and then a possible different weapon? I think I'm gonna go to the right. Fuck. That sucks. I wish it was the possible different weapon before the upgrade. I do like my existing weapon. I'm gonna go to the left. That was what my growl was about. I was like, man, that's really not set up in a way that I want to stay true to my starter weapon. You guys know I stay true to my starters, so I'm gonna do that. Nope. I'm gonna get hit because I fucking suck at hitting these fucking birds. Ugh. Those birds always goof me up. I don't know what it is. 4% base damage per 1,000 gold that I carry. Or -6 corruption. I'm gonna... I feel like I'm gonna be spending a lot of money soon. So I'm gonna get rid of it for the corruption. It's not... doesn't get rid of much corruption. But I do feel like right now that might be the benefit for me. Did I bring my Charmander? Charmander! Hell yeah. One run I had a mace. That was like... oh, trap right here. That was like 80 damage per hit or something. It was like 60, 70, 80, something like that damage per hit. Because it was so boosted up. It was insane. I fucking absolutely bodied bosses. But I got it so early on that it really... I just ended the run without a problem. I wish I had that same setup this time around. Woo! Because now we're going for the big one. Yeah, the big hammer's nice. Big hammer's awesome. Oof. We got buddies. We got buddies that want to shoot balls at me. We got ball buddies. Please don't. Please don't. Okay, so we can go that way, or we can grab this gold here. And then we can go that way. There's not a whole lot of variations on the rogueness. But I like it, because it gives you an opportunity to figure out what to expect. What does corruption do? So far, corruption does nothing to me. But the curse, as soon as we start gathering it up, the final curse will end up poisoning me down to 1 HP, and that's all I get. Each time it's randomized, so it's kind of hard to tell you what the corruption does right now. Until I know specifically what each one does for me. Oh, ow, you fuck! I got big hits too. No, stay the fuck back. I can show you when they come up. We got some traps. Ooh, 15% lightning damage, pretty nice, especially considering our super weapon. Pass through a door inflicts 25% less corruption. Passing through a door inflicts 50% less corruption. What up, Sam?
What's up?
Sam's here. So we decided to play Curse of the Dead Gods, because I didn't want to start a new series without you know, being here and stuff. I figured this could be a one-off, depending on how people like it and stuff. I bought it after I suggested to him. I was like, hey man, look into this. Like, it looks right up your alley. And then like 2 days later, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna look into it. Saw it, and I was
everybody.
like, I'm gonna fucking buy it.
I mean, it looks cool. I watched the trailer you sent me. I felt like it was a hybrid of Hades and Darkest Dungeon.
It's very much that, yeah. I'm gonna go for this one, guys.
Yeah, hey everybody. I was celebrating my mammy's birthday. Social distanced and outside and outdoors and having our brother's video call in, but
right on.
my
I let him know that you were celebrating.
I got back around 5, but I was exhausted.
Birthday.
Like, I hadn't had anything to eat in like 6 hours, and I needed a coffee in me.
Smell the coffee. It smells good.
Yeah.
You using that vanilla stuff?
Yeah, I'm just glad that the thing that I bought from Amazon, I thought when I was first buying the sweetener, I thought it was going to be the same size as the bottles that you and Jen normally buy. I was like, that's $14. That's expensive for a bottle of vanilla, and it was like triple the size. I'm like, okay, I feel a little bit better about this.
That's why I try and go light on it, and like mix it with like a heavy cream or something like that.
I really don't need. You don't need much. You need like.
I do like a quarter of a dabber.
Yeah, like it's like about maybe 2 inches long, like the dabber for this one, so it can reach the bottom. But I only need like about like
that's like 5 drops. I think I use like 7, 8.
Yeah,
typically.
I honestly just don't
we
need
use
too much.
What's it called? Sweet leaf.
A zero,
Sweet
Sweet leaf. It's like a zero
it's like
calorie
a stevia,
sweetener, stevia blend.
Vanilla.
It's vanilla blend, just enough to give like a black coffee a nice, a little bit of boost of sweetness to it. I can drink black without it, but God, is it nice to have it with it.
It really helps. I feel like, especially with just to break up a lot of the way that black coffee just kind of, I don't know, it feels like I almost get acid reflux a lot more if I'm not mixing creamer or something into it.
I mean, I tried to tell people like, because like your acid reflux thing reminded me, like black coffee and tea are kind of like,
they're acidic.
They don't taste the same way, but I tried to compare the two, and I got blasted back for that. I was just like yes, flavor wise, but I feel like there's a commonality between them. Especially with like they are very acidic, and I like both. I like blends of teas and coffees. I mean, I can drink anything, but I also understand people can't.
Yeah.
I forget. Go ahead.
I think. Let's see. Who said it? Vel said that they have a toffee syrup that they put in their coffee. I have a toffee one, or is it toffee or is it? I forget what's in there. I think it's a toffee or
Sounds like toffee.
I think it's like an English toffee. It's another one of the 0 cal sweet leaf ones. I find it to be quite tasty.
I do enjoy it. The only reason I don't put a lot of stuff in my coffee, it's not that I don't enjoy that stuff. I'm just so calorie conscious when it comes to everything.
Yeah, me too, totally.
You will be again at some time, but it's hard right now.
Yeah, it's hard right now.
It's hard right now with everything that's going on.
It's hard to be good right now.
It's really hard to be good right now with everything that's going on, but you know, we have some positive news. I mean, positivity after yesterday.
Yeah. Did you want to?
Yeah,
tell
sure.
Everyone?
The other day when Thursday's stream was happening, I knew I had to take care of other stuff and honestly talk to my mom and about other stuff, and I happened to just be in conversation with her. She had just got her vaccine shot, and my dad was luckily able to get it too. Because over here in Cali, the Oakland Coliseum where the A's play, I feel like that's okay enough. It's general enough.
Oakland Coliseum.
Yeah, Oakland Coliseum, where FEMA's doing a bunch of vaccination shots, and they were just able to get theirs Wednesday. And she was just like, hey, you should check the website. Like, if you live in California, go to myturn.ca.gov. If you work in anything that has to do with, you know, people, if you're an essential worker at all or know anybody that's an essential worker, sign up. It doesn't matter what age you are. If you are in the field where you are exposed to other people, that's what it's for.
I do think maybe because they have the yourturn.ca.gov.
Yes, it's just California.
Oh, okay. So
because my brother's in Texas, and there's something different for him.
Yourturn.tx.gov.
Yeah, I tried looking up. I didn't see it. I think every state is doing it differently.
I did hear that there was like 48 different ways to fucking get it. It's like, God, way to do that, guys.
The way that my district has been telling me, and now this is going to change from state to state and county to county, but try and go with, like, especially if you're working for anybody that you know, if you know anybody, try and just use whatever resource you can, because you can always tell the person, like, say you sign up for your county, but you end up getting it through FEMA instead. You'll just tell your county you don't need it. You know, it's as simple as that. Like, what my district has been telling me He's like, literally go whichever way you can because the counties here are super backed up. So yeah, luckily my mom's like, hey, go look this up. I managed to get signed up for literally yesterday, and I was like, hey Jen, my mom had just said there's openings to get the vaccine. So both me and Jen got vaccinated with our first dose yesterday.
Yep.
So positivity.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I went down and I asked too, and I was like, hey, what's it looking like for me to be able to get it? Because I'm not a essential worker.
Unfortunately.
And they were like, well, you know, maybe around April or something we'll be able to. We
That's
appreciate
good,
you coming in and getting familiar and informing yourself, but
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, well, okay.
Hey, it was worth a shot. And at the very least, it's like, cool, at least me and Jen are on the fast track for getting that, because it automatically signed us up for our second appointment. But just to show that like even we're getting it now is great, because it shows that it's becoming available for people. Like I have a little bit of a headache, but honestly, other than that, like that's about it.
Hey,
I get headaches all the time, so.
Jen and you both had pretty mild symptoms, right?
Yeah, I mean, my parents didn't really even feel anything. Like most people won't feel honestly anything from the vaccine. It's very rarely like. Ours was the Pfizer versus the Moderna. My mom's had friends
Then
who
there's the Johnson & Johnson.
there's the Johnson & Johnson, which is a one-shot that just got approved. I think my uncle was in a I think he was part of the test group for it because he got the Johnson & Johnson.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
so my uncle who lives in LA, it does feel like we're, things are on at least an upward swing, at least for that.
No, I didn't mean. Fuck me.
There's a lot of other things that we all need to take care of, and we're all going to be wearing masks for a long time. But hey, if we can get vaccinated, that's a bonus.
Well, I guess I upgraded my fucking shield. I didn't mean to. That's cool though. 25% chance to automatically trigger a parry if I get hit. That's okay. I hit the wrong fucking button. I think I had switch controls on the mine or some shit, and I fucked
So
it
Gab
up.
was asking, it's the Pfizer one. The one through FEMA's Pfizer. I think most of the counties here are using Moderna, or they're getting whatever they can. But the cool thing is now with the J&J one that just got approved, that doesn't have to worry about the cold temperature stuff. I mean, according to what the current administration said, they bought enough Pfizer vaccines to ideally vaccinate the entire country, but I think that's what they said a couple of months ago.
Oh, boss time.
When they were ordering that stuff. But kind of like, the scientists were saying, like, hey, take whatever one you can get. Even the J&J one, I know people will look at the numbers, but honestly, it prevents you from getting deathly ill. So that's what really matters.
Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ.
And also,
I hate this fucking boss.
The whole idea that it can be one shot and protect you up to, like, a huge amount is crazy. And it doesn't need to be kept on cold storage like a lot of the current vaccines.
So what we had to do when we showed up, which wasn't much, we had to wait in a car, which not fucking hard or anything.
No, it took a while, but honestly,
it took us an hour.
It took me an hour too.
And that includes, I'm gonna fucking die here. I am not set up for this goddamn boss. Please don't hit me with your lightning.
Honestly got through it faster than I did.
It was only an hour long, and that included the wait time just off of the freeway to wait to show up, and then includes the 15-minute time where they were like afterwards, like, hey, in case you have any adverse effects, let's make sure that you're sitting here and you're safe in your car. So if you have any issues, honk your horn, but we're gonna ask that you stay here for 15 minutes afterwards, just to make sure everything's fine. It was really good.
It was nice to see.
I was very impressed with the way that FEMA and them went about it.
100%. That's why, like, hey,
close.
If, like I said, anybody, please encourage them, because I know a lot of people are really nervous about that stuff. And hey, I was nervous too, but I'd rather get a vaccine than get struck with a pandemic virus. Like, I'll tell you that.
I'm coming for you, bitch.
I've had friends who have gotten it, and it's not a fun time. So do your due diligence, everybody. Got him. It's funny that this game came out close to Hades too. I mean, it had to have been in development for years.
No, it was in early access for a while. It just finally released, I think, at the end of February.
Well, that's what I mean. I wasn't trying to say oh, this is a Hades ripoff. I don't want anybody thinking that. It's it's cool that this type of game came out similar to it.
I believe it fully came out of full release at the end of February of this year.
Yeah. I mean, not even that Hades is like a new type of game. It's just a really polished game, and this game looks polished.
Thank you for the core Zach. Thanks for the core Zach. Did not expect to beat that one. That one was bonkers. Do I already have that? I do already have the no single. I'll swap it out though.
Yeah, I hope it gets better on your end, Gab. Especially for people that are, you know, couchlings in other countries. We know it's not as, you know.
Hey, even here in California, I can't get it yet. So,
yeah, so I mean, right now, currently,
we don't have it the best either.
We
still have it way better than most.
Yeah, and it took me.
But it's not like they're just handing it out.
It's one of those things where it's not even like, hey, you can just sign up, and at any point in any time, it's like, no. I've texted a bunch of people, like I texted Mike and stuff. I'm like, hey, here's the website link.
Goldfish in the chat tried, and they're not allowed, even though they work in the court system.
Yeah, there's not like a subject for it, because like for me, it was just like.
No, they tried. It's not allowed. So this area right here, guys, I can accept curse to get healed. So I ended up just collecting another curse.
There's a bunch of categories, but yeah, unfortunately, some people aren't going to fall into it.
And it was in that category, but they were like, oh, yeah, you're not allowed. I technically have to put in, you know, unemployed. And they're like, oh, yeah, well, you're not high risk, so.
Well, hopefully when, like, by the time that this month kind of rolls around, it looks like, I think I read a report, like, we're already way ahead of schedule compared to what it was be. So, like, hopefully by, you know.
If ahead of schedule was from 5 months ago when shit was different, then
you know what I mean.
That's not a ton of a benefit of a doubt type of thing, but yeah. Ahead of schedule would be, we're done with this by now.
Yeah, that would have been ahead of schedule.
And everyone else.
I meant ahead of schedule in terms of like what they thought we would be by this month. They're like, wow, we're pushing it high, and it's really starting to go through.
Yeah.
So.
Zach, there's a heavy focus on risk and reward for this game.
Yeah.
It's a real good balance of how good do you think you are and how well do you think you're going to do in the future of this run. And you have to kind of like, well, I can get extra benefits if I just risk it a little bit more. Taking damage causes hallucinations. During hallucinations, dodging has no stamina cost. This is one that saved my ass on one of the runs.
Nice. Gab, a lot of people get nervous about that shot because some people just really don't like getting shots.
Oh, dude. Yeah,
some people just hate it.
I didn't tell you the story.
Yeah.
They showed up, and I will pause because this is a serious discussion right now.
Oh yeah.
I showed up, and they were like, "Okay, so we're gonna have to hold you here. Please put the car in park, and turn it off, so we're not gassed out." While we're waiting for them to bring over because it has to stay in cold storage. Your dose.
Yeah.
And then so we waited a little bit, and it was like 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah, not
no big
that
deal.
long.
And we waited in the luxury of our car.
Yeah.
Never had to get out or anything. And they brought it over, and the guy went to uncap it, and he goes, "Who's this for? Driver or passenger?" And I was like, because I hate needles. I was like, passenger, please don't fucking come near me.
You should have let them.
I freaked out because I was like,
if you were a smoother liar, you'd been like me.
I'm not a liar, and many more people need it more than I do. But at the same time, I was so fucking scared. I was like, no. I didn't even put I was so scared like somebody was going to sneak up and put it in my arm. I didn't even put my arm out the window the whole time.
No, yeah. Chris hates needles.
I fucking hate needles.
I don't look when someone gives me a shot, but they don't bother me either. But like I've told some of my students who have asked me about it, I'm like, hey, I've done the research and I'll go into like how this vaccine works and spike proteins and all this other stuff and really just
mRNA.
It's like, and really just go over the science of it and go like, hey, there's a lot of misinformation out there. This is what it does. It's not like a typical cold virus where they'll inject you with dead cells. It's actually going after a specific thing called a spike protein. It's based on research from 2 scientists that were doing it for cancer research. It was repurposed for this. But some of the cool things people have been talking about, there was an article about it. The way that we're going about this can potentially maybe cure malaria.
Hopefully, this progresses a lot of what our scientific research is. Real quick, you guys saw that sepia scale, that was this curse right here, the one that taking damage causes hallucinations, and I have no dodging stamina cost. That was what that was. I'm sure some of you are like, what in the fuck is happening on the screen?
Vel, I hope you get it too. I just hope that like the way that things are currently trending, it's like, okay, cool. Tons of essential workers are managing to be able to get it. That's great. So that means hopefully by time March is rolling out and we're getting done with March, getting towards into April, more regular people are going to get it. And hopefully by the end of this summer, at least for our area, everyone who wants one gets one. The main thing I really hope for is my district and other districts tell teachers, because believe it or not, even some of the most educated are like, well, I'm not going to get it. I'm like, well, you're being selfish then to another teacher. Like, how dare you put your coworkers at risk? Like, that's just messed up.
Ooh.
I don't
Yeah.
have. Go ahead. No, you can go.
No. I have an entire thing I was reading.
Oh, okay. I was just going to finish it off with, I really hope that just like we have to have kids get vaccinated before they come to school too. Just like, hey, you don't have, like, we have to get TB tests, which is tuberculosis test, for as a teacher. So we have requirements for that as teachers. I hope they do it for COVID. Like, yeah, you can't teach then. You're not allowed to be in here if you are not vaccinated.
Once they become readily available.
When they become readily available, yes.
Yeah.
And we're not currently in the classrooms right now, so that's fine. But when it's like, hey, we're going back in session with kids, yeah, kids should have to get vaccinated if readily available. And at the very bare minimum, every teacher who is working needs to prove and be like, hey, I got it. Here it is. Here's my proof.
And they give you a little card and stuff.
Yeah, and they give you a little card. And it might be a little hard to do it, but like, yeah, my mom...
they definitely need to figure out some kind of logistics or something for it.
It's just unfair
right?
because with, me and Mike have parents who work in schools and have worked in schools, and we have family members that work in schools, and it's like, why would you put older people at risk just because you're being stubborn? Like, that's not very nice. But you can go into what you were going to talk about that tattoo.
Yeah. Gabby was saying, just real quick, off shot, like, how the fuck did I get tattoos?
True.
If I'm scared of needles. Yeah, no. There's a difference between tattoo needles and drawing blood needles and injection vaccine needles. Tattoo needles are super tiny and they feel like little, like hot scratches across your leg. The other ones feel like my life is being sucked from my entire body and my skin goes cold and sallow and pale and I feel like I'm gonna throw up. And I kind of get that when I'm getting tattoos too, but like, yeah, I've had piercings and stuff and tattoos and stuff. They're slightly different. I don't know why it is or what it is, but that's the difference for me personally.
Yeah, no, I know people don't like getting needles, and getting shots isn't always the most fun experience, but it's definitely something where it's like, yeah, if you can get it, go get it.
Yeah, if you can.
And when to that extent, Gab, I haven't read all the research on that, but I don't believe that's true about kids not being able to get below 18. I don't think that's it at all. It's just we're prioritizing adults that are working and the people that are most vulnerable. Like, hey, I think most of the counties around here are focusing on the elderly and people that are very at risk.
Why would nobody under 18 be able to get it?
That's what Gab was thinking, but I don't believe that's the case because we give babies vaccines.
And again, though,
for rubella and other things of that nature.
No, absolutely. As soon as you come out, I believe
you have to get certain vaccinations.
You get like 2 vaccines right when you're a baby.
So,
and maybe it's different across state lines. Maybe it's different across country lines. I'm sure there's differences. So this isn't a guaranteed answer for everybody.
You always have to go do your research with anything that we say. Double check from veritable sources.
I do think
not Facebook.
I've not heard that doesn't work for anyone under 18.
Yeah, I've heard.
I've definitely heard that those aren't the focus group right now because those are the ones who are least likely to have to get hospitalized.
Yeah, they're the least likely to develop symptoms, but that's not entirely true because there's been kids that have unfortunately passed away from this kind of stuff. So it's like, yeah, they need to get it too. It's just they're less likely to get the most they're the least affected scientifically. So they're just trying to do process of elimination where it's like, hey, elderly can really get hit hard by this. Let's do them first. Let's do people. We want teachers back in classrooms.
I think it comes down to the fact that we're worrying about the people who are the most vulnerable.
Exactly.
Not the people,
Not that not everyone's vulnerable,
no. But
we know
the most
some
vulnerable
people,
to the point of hey, you're probably not going to bounce back from this.
Yeah.
Most of the time, kids will be able to, and from research from what we've seen so far, it seems like that's the case. So I'm fine with, personally, for myself, not taking a vaccine and letting someone a teacher, I say letting, I'm fucking choosing to, but but letting someone like a teacher or
someone that's elderly,
someone that's elderly or more at risk, to go ahead and
you're like, I can wait another month or so for
I'll wait for them to get their ability.
It's not like we're going to be changing our lifestyle once we are vaccinated.
Exactly.
It's like maybe by July with people that we trust that have been vaccinated, maybe now 2 or 3 people can come over and we won't feel paranoid about it, that type of deal. But there's not going to be like, it's not going to be like, hey, I'm going to have 25 people over and no masks and all this stuff. It's like,
that noise.
yeah, no, sorry. I'm not going to be going to movie theaters, but the idea of being able to hang out with my parents in their house, even if it's wearing a mask and not feeling like I'm putting them at risk, it's like, that's cool. That's a nice feeling to have.
So I'm cool with waiting. I had a friend, one of the friends, I posted up a picture. I posted up on the Twitter too. I was like, hey, I thought this was the line for In and Out, and he was like, and then underneath I posted up a thing that said basically like, oh yeah, this wasn't for me, guys. This was for TenMoreMinutes. And he was like, oh, I was gonna say, motherfucker, how did you get access to a vaccine that I can't even get yet? And I was like, no. I was just there. Like, I wasn't the one getting it. I would feel bad about accepting it ahead of everyone else too. Like, come on. Ooh,
yeah, the only thing that I've ever heard about potential for the vaccine for kids is for extremely young children, but not for like teenagers or middle schoolers. It's just they're not on the priority.
Well, I would think for this vaccine. Yeah.
For this specific vaccine, you know, I think the biggest thing, because I just looked at a current article because you mentioned Fauci. There's an article today. I'd have to look into it more so, but it says very likely to get the vaccines by the start of 2022 for most kids, because I think it's just coming down to a priority system. Adults are more susceptible. Let's get adults first, make sure they're taken care of. Then we start getting kids, because it seems like, based on what we know in terms of research, they are less likely, but also we have kids with compromised immune systems, and I have to deal with a lot of those kids in my school. So those kids would fall under the rule of like, they should probably get it. There are going to be kids that need it, type of deal.
Yeah.
But I think it comes down to supply.
I'm all for a lot of the supply and the idea of behind like, oh, hey. And I asked, and I didn't want to be like that guy when I asked the nurse. And I was like, hey, man, can I get one? I was just like, hey, when do you think it would be an opportune time for me to come back, or at least inquire to be able to get mine? I'm a non-essential worker. I'm technically unemployed, like I'm not out in the public. When do you think? And she was like, I don't really know. And I was like, that's fine. That's fine.
I just wanted information.
I wanted someone, a human being, to tell me, please, that it's not time yet.
Face, that's
it.
FEMA.
It's not time yet. It's like, cool, okay, I'll wait then.
The thing is too, like, for most of the day, like, they know how many shots they can give, and the day we went Saturday, it was packed. Like, there were so many people getting it. But yeah, kudos to all the FEMA people, all the people that running it over at the Oakland Coliseum. Kudos to all you people. You made it awesome. I did find it hilarious though. It shows how like little human interaction I've had in a long time. There was 2 FEMA guys, and my window was rolled down as I was going to a next station. And I just heard she was like, "Oh man, did you see her? She's hot." And also,
what the fuck?
I heard she's single.
What?
Yeah, no, I heard that. I was like, God, I haven't heard that in so long. Even that little of human interaction is something I kind of miss.
I'm
guys just being
confused.
dumb.
Just like FEMA guys thirsting?
Yeah, just FEMA guys being
What?
thirsting. It was hilarious. It was just like, oh man, yeah, I heard she's single too. It's just like, did I just hear what I thought I heard?
And I heard they're roommates.
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah.
It was a funny anecdote of that day as I was driving. It's just like, did I just hear? Yeah, I did. I just heard 2 thirsty guys just talking about someone they find attractive.
How
mundane.
Yeah. Well, so great that we hear 2 guys thirsting. 2 military men. Well, FEMA's not military. It's federal, right?
I believe federal emergency medical.
Yeah.
I mean, they had called people out from
thirsting.
Like, as far as
Wow, that's a real.
It's just funny.
No, it's funny being like, wow, how low the bar is now gotten.
It wasn't even like in a dirty way. It's just like, did I just hear what I thought I heard?
Them talking about maybe dating or something?
Yeah, maybe dating.
I don't know. I don't know the context for how
it was more just like, I think he's just like, man, she's cute. Like, oh man, I heard she's single too. Just like, that very common, very like, oh yeah, this is what life was like
It wasn't
before.
predatory, right?
No, it wasn't. It didn't feel predatory. It felt just like inquiry, like when you ask a...
No! Fucking piece of shit! I keep feeling like I'm on the Switch, and I keep hitting goddamn A, thinking it's X, which is back out, and I keep buying shit. well, it looks like I spent my money fucking unnecessarily.
Yeah, I do think that the majority of the trials were made for people that are older, but
Keep my shit.
you know, a lot of this is also just like it's still moving parts. They always want to try and make for sure for all that stuff. So yeah, but I don't want to make a blanket statement like it's not approved for kids yet.
No,
I think
we're not fucking.
yeah, we're not the
experts
science
on that
experts.
stuff,
Yeah. We're not going to claim to know all that. But
Pat says...
That's what Pat read. And yeah, I would encourage people to do their research. I do think that kids aren't the ones that are currently being for it. Yeah, I think that also just comes down to like they weren't testing kids because as they were finding more and more like they're less susceptible to it. And you can't put children through clinical trials. Not really.
Well, it's hard to get consent from somebody underage for a clinical trial, right? Like, come on, that's a little... We already have a lot of ethics for medical stuff like that. That's a huge gray area then.
It's a
did I not take the correct...
Yeah, it's an extreme gray area, so it makes perfect sense that currently they're only approved for people that are 18 and older because that's the people that are going to approve themselves to even take part in a clinical trial. So now that they know it's safe for 18 and older, it's like, yeah, now we'll start, now that we know it's safe for adults, it's most likely fine for kids. Let's try it. Let's see how it works, yada, yada, yada. So, yeah.
I think the intent was always start with the elderly, start with the most vulnerable.
Yeah. So, Pat, I don't know where you live. I would try
Pennsylvania.
I would try through your government website. So, the first couple times I looked, I wasn't able to get signed up, at least for here in Cali. They only seem to pop up like 3 days before, and it's kind of random. It's one of those things you just got to kind of check back every day and just be like, well, does this work? Or, check like twice a day, like, oh, no appointments. All right, then get off. Like, if you don't see anything, then it's not there. But even with our website, I know me and Jen both had to do it a couple times where it was just like, hey, I got to the first appointment and then it wouldn't work and I'd be on the second page and like it wouldn't get to the second appointment because so many people are trying to access it. I can't speak for Pennsylvania versus California, but I do think it's just one of those things where it's like they don't know what they know until like a day or two before, which is why like there were no appointments for like a month from now. It was like you can go Saturday, Friday, which is right now, or go Sunday. It's like, oh, okay. They literally only know right before, and then they fill up.
If it gives any context, even through all of this, we've been playing D&D socially distanced online, but we're giving up one of our D&D days just to get vaccinated. It's like it's important, and I'm not saying like D&D's not or but game's over, vaccines and stuff. I am saying like. We're taking a little bit as seriously as we can.
It's kind of one of those things, like, even if you're like, well, I have to work, it's like, you need and find a way to take a day off if you can get a, like, appointment. If you can, like,
not everyone can.
Not everyone can, but, like, try and get where you can. Like, luckily, usually it seems like there's 3 days out, so you can pick one of those days.
Yeah.
I understand there's work times, but, the more of us that get it, the more you can feel safe while at work, and just the safer you can feel around your family. And just
I'm so close to dying.
It's super hard though, because I mean, I looked at it too, and like I got a Saturday, so I got lucky. I would just encourage people. It's frustrating. It's annoying.
Oh, you son of a bitch! I didn't even see him there.
But I do think if like probably what it comes down to is just like it's in California, where like you're just gonna have to check back.
Oh, fuck!
Multiple times, and eventually you'll get on through.
I thought I dodged right. Okay, well, I didn't.
No, I don't have I'm not a nurse, but we have a friend that's a nurse, so.
We have a friend that's a nurse, and she ended up getting the Pfizer vaccine.
Yeah, like months ago, and that's, I mean, I did my own research, and I was gonna get it because I trust the science.
Here's how you know it's good. If the people who were totally against taking it or funding it or anything like that are the first ones in fucking line to get it, then maybe it fucking works, guys.
Yeah, no,
if you want to baseline question any of it, I'd say that's probably a good
probably a good thing. The people that are refusing to wear masks in public and then spouting all this lies and conspiracy, and yet
try and get it.
They immediately try and get it.
Yeah.
Huh.
There might be something there, huh?
Yeah, and all your like doctor friends are getting it, and like the people that are actually funding it are getting it. Yeah, that's a good sign. It's also. It's not like vaccines are a new thing. It's part of our society.
Especially a lot of this. I'm going to show you guys as far as I can get into the Bewitched Catacombs, which will not be very far because they're the hardest for me personally. But yeah.
Exactly, few.
Get vaccinated if you have the ability to.
Yeah, you know, and keep an eye on it best you can. It sucks for people that don't meet the essential, but it's nice to actually just see that
There's a reasoning behind it.
There's a reason behind it, and
So
it's also like,
okay,
hey, we're getting those essential workers on. The sooner we get those people in, the sooner that we can have the rest of people get it.
Those are the ones who are going to be more likely to be able to spread stuff.
Exactly.
So it's like, okay, yeah, no wonder we would focus towards them.
Yeah, it's science. It's weird.
Yeah. Odd.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like...
I hate this. I hate this fucking level. These levels.
Righteous thinking, Zach. Righteous thinking. Yeah, get it when you can. I'm not saying everyone's going to be as lucky as I am to already starting on the track.
California's rollout's vastly different.
Yeah, I know it's different in every state, so I understand the frustration.
There's a lot of frustration for people who can't seem to get it, even though their state says they can.
Even though they says they can, yeah.
It's like that, and that sucks.
It sucks.
Hard. Yeah.
I would, like I said, try through multiple sources. Try your county. Try through like your government will. Like your local government will probably have something for your state that they've set up. I know Texas has its own website.
I would say
and stuff
try
like
and
that.
Google up like how to COVID vaccine Texas, Philadelphia, New York,
Yeah, 100%. And I'm with you, Pat. My brother just recently moved there. So he's been dealing with all that cold stuff, and he's doing fine. But it's been a rough couple of weeks. But he's doing solid.
Hi, boys. How you doing? Whoa! Fucking hit me.
Yeah, for sure. Like I signed up on a whim, but as soon as I saw him, like, I don't care what's going on. You know, I'm gonna take it. Like if I
change things up.
Yeah, it's like that way I can actually get back into a school and a classroom and do those kind of things.
Take the whip.
Jen will be able to, be around kids again and not have to be worried that, she's going to get people sick.
I also like that the idea, the study that they just recently were kind of saying, as far as I've read, doing research.
Yeah, of course.
They were saying that people who have been vaccinated are very, very likely to not be spreaders of it as well.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, cool. So I can feel safe even though I haven't received a vaccine, but other people have, and they're going out.
Two-thirds of the house gets vaccinated. And it's like, oh, me and Jen went out, but we got it once we had both our shots. It's like, okay, cool, and we're still gonna be wearing masks. I would love it if by August I would be able to go bouldering while wearing a mask. That's great, but I'm also gonna rely on the science to tell me when doing certain activities is safe.
Bouldering while wearing a mask is just you challenging your cardiovascular system.
Hey man, I run with a mask, so like I'm all for it. Like, I'm not a big outdoorsy person either, but it'll be nice that like no one will have to be paranoid. Like, oh, where'd you go? I went to the store to get. It's like, okay, cool. Even that's not gonna be like a stressor anymore.
I still wouldn't unmask shit.
I'm not gonna unmask. No. That's not what I meant.
No. I didn't. I'm not saying that either.
No, I know. Just to clarify.
Clarifying, like.
I'm gonna be wearing a mask. I'm still not gonna be going to movie theaters and shit like that. But the idea of being masked up and eventually being able to like boulder even in an outdoor area, it's like that sounds nice. But as long as the people that are also there are masking up, because if someone's not masked up, hey, get the hell out of here.
Oh, you bastard! You were so fucking far away from me. How dare you?
Yeah. But I mean, it sounds like numbers in LA are finally starting to go down. The more people that are starting to get vaccinated, so. Cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a little bit of optimism after, everyone's been through it. We've been doing a year of this. Yeah, so much bullshit for just a year. Yeah.
The game seems mad fun. Hopefully I can get a copy when it's on sale. It's on sale 10% off right now. Yeah. I believe right now. I'm not guaranteeing it. Whoa, okay.
And remember, this is a new release too. I know it's just
I think it's 10% off because of the new release, because it just came out.
So know that, it's currently on sale.
I think it's 10% off right now, putting it at $18.
Yeah. Support these small devs. I mean, this is a really good looking game.
It's awesome.
It looks really nice. It does look like that Darkest Dungeon aesthetic.
And it feels good, man. It feels responsive. It never feels like it was your fault. Later, Few. it never feels like it's your fault you fuck something up or something happened. It's like,
For sure.
really got a bad luck on the draw there. Okay, that's fine.
And that's the right mindset, Pat. Like, no use panicking. Just, hey, keep on try and get what points you can. Sign up everywhere you can. That's the advice that I've been given, was just, if you're in the criteria,
Flaming gas.
sign up everywhere. It doesn't hurt, because you can always just turn down if one of those accidentally pops up later and be like, oh, give it to someone else. There's going to be plenty of people. There's going to be plenty of people that need it. So if you're in the, like, we've had to tell some family friends that, like, you're 65, you qualify.
Go fucking get it.
You
if
take
can.
care of your daughter's
Now,
children.
yeah.
Go please.
And again, this is state by state.
This is state by state.
And I know, Pat, you sit into some of these qualification places. So try and see. I'd call and see if you could find something that would allow you to get it. Because I believe,
You would
at least
qualify,
according to the
yeah.
standards that I've seen for California, and it may be different for
I think
Pennsylvania.
it might be different,
and I'm sure it is. I can't imagine that you don't qualify in some
I
regard.
can't imagine
being
either.
a caretaker.
Yeah.
Being within the range that you are, I think.
Yeah, you should.
I think it's worth you looking further into it.
100%. And just know that, yeah, there'll probably be some frustration. Like I said, the first couple times I tried to sign up, didn't work. There was no appointments. There was no nothing.
What just showed up on the screen, gang?
Little.
No. There was like a notification, but I don't see a notification for it. What was that? I didn't get a notice for it.
Someone said $50 from Patreon. Did someone sign up for a
new
couch
Patreon?
link? Did we have that as a notification?
We do, but for some reason Streamlabs didn't put it up into our chat. It showed up on screen, and I was like, wait, why did it not show up?
I don't know.
Okay, that's awesome. If that's
Thank
what it
you.
was, Jay, welcome new Patreon!
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you so much for supporting
I
us.
still got to work on the last Patreon we got. Don't worry if you're watching this. I'm going to get to it. I just haven't had a chance yet. I'll likely get to it like Tuesday.
Is that
I'd have to look.
not Ultra Beast or
No, Ultra Beast was taken care of. Theirs just got uploaded, I believe.
It did. Ooh, 8% HP when I walk through a door. I think I'm gonna do that one.
It was like
But I have to
3
offer
days
blood
ago,
and
but
do
I'll
it.
have to look it up.
I forget who. Yeah. Sorry.
I have it here somewhere.
And it wasn't Ultra Beast. It was
No, Ultra Beast was the last one we just did.
it wasn't Ultra though, right? It was something.
No,
something
it was
Beast.
Ultra Beast.
Was it Ultra?
I'll check my email too.
I'm gonna get more gold.
I believe this person was in chat earlier. Burst Punk.
Burst Punk.
Burst
Okay,
Punk is the
hey,
newest
Burst.
patron.
Burst, I think you just bought a shirt too, didn't you?
Yeah, thank you, Burst. Super appreciate that. I will be getting to your couch link.
If it was Burst, they're the ones who have the
Unstable
very
Beast
second
was, yeah.
Unstable Beast. That's what I was
That's
thinking
what
of.
it was.
Yeah. Burst Punk has the second couchling. Us crossing the road like lobby, like
Oh,
what was
yeah,
it?
it's
Lobby
Abbey
Road is
Abbey
what we
Road.
called it, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we
Abbey
call it
Road
Lobby
version.
Road. Yeah, I like that shirt.
They're the second person to have that shirt.
That's awesome. I love that shirt design.
Yeah. It works out because it's like, oh, it's coy.
It's
get
coy.
it.
I get it, and it's just
It's very subtle too.
yeah. I like subtle T-shirts. I don't
Yeah.
like in your face. There's gold over there
Lobby
too.
Road, yeah. The only thing is, once I go down one of these paths,
Oh, it locks.
it locks me. Once I
Okay.
go past like this line, up or to the left. and
But yeah,
then I go to
whoever
left
the
'cause there's a
new
lot of gold
patron
there.
is, thank you so much.
If it's Burst, thank you.
well, I think Burst was last time. You sent me that before.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, so if
oh, Jesus!
if there was a new $50 patron, then it would be something
Someone
else.
new.
It'd be someone
I'm
new.
sure I'll get an email in a hot
Yeah,
second
we'll
as soon
find
as we're done with the stream. Thank
But
you.
yeah, Burst, if you're watching or you do watch, don't worry. I got your email. I know I replied, but I will get to it. It's been a busy week.
Yeah, getting vaccines and stuff.
Yeah.
Getting things done, birthdays.
Birthdays, all this
Yeah,
stuff.
we're trying to manage them.
Yeah, don't worry. It usually doesn't take me too long.
There's a good feel to this damn
Whip.
to this whip.
Nice.
I didn't expect it because it's a secondary weapon, so I really didn't expect that it would feel that great. But I'm kind of liking it. There's a delay on when you hit.
Yeah, it's got that little kind of nice like.
It's got like a little bit, but that's kind of the
Yeah.
wind up of it. But it feels strong.
Nice.
I like that.
I mean, it looks good. Like I'm surprised. Like I only watched the small video on my phone, and I'm impressed with how
How it looks and feels.
Yeah,
and stuff,
how good it looks. Like it's got a nice little cell shaded look. It really does feel reminiscent of Darkest, but it's its own thing.
I've put like 8 hours into it now.
Yeah, I don't know.
6, 7. Let's see, it's almost 7 hours now, and I'm digging the fuck out of it. It's a good game, man.
Lighting feels really nice. I like the idea of kind of that Mayan aesthetic. It's different.
And this is,
Ancient
you've only
Aztec.
seen one of these. Each level is different too.
Yeah.
Barbed whip. Ooh, charge attack weakens enemies. 32, 20% against uninjured. Lightning attacks. I'm gonna leave it.
It's funny though, like if you looked at this, you'd be like, it's a Red Hook game. Like it just feels
It does feel very Red Hook,
It feels
right?
very Red Hooky.
Yeah.
Which Red Hook, you'd be like, it's a Mike Mignola game. So you know, I'm not trying to like bash. It's just like, oh man, this is an aesthetic I really like. They went with those nice deep comic book blacks.
Yeah. Right on, Jay. Go take a shower, man.
Yeah.
Let's do.
I think Children of Morta was on our list for at some point.
Barbed whip. It sounds familiar,
it
but
sounds
I'm not
familiar.
entirely sure.
Someone's mentioned it to me at some point, but I can't remember if that was from my Final Fantasy group or from something we discussed.
I think I'm gonna keep the Storm Lash just because of the lightning elemental.
Yeah,
and
no,
I
it seems to be
think
working.
it gives like a nice stun effect.
Mhm.
I think. Oh, and also what I can do is I can offer it to the gods and get +1 perception by doing that.
So what's your health bar? Is the red?
My health bar, yeah, you missed some of it coming in. Health bar's the red. I think you should play this game on your own, man. I think you're
Yeah,
gonna
I'll
enjoy
probably
it.
check it out if I get
Health
time.
bar's on the red, curse bar's on the right. Whether I'm in, I can be in darkness or light. Let's see.
I was given a game, Indivisible, which we never ended up playing. By
Indivisible is a good one.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
I got it for a birthday gift. I know I need to play that at some point.
That's cool. We talked about it during the time, and it just didn't work.
It just
out.
didn't pass.
Yeah.
It just didn't pan out. We were so busy with just what we're currently playing, but we've restructured some things, so hopefully we can start playing some more new releases when they come out. You know, we're looking at the schedule, trying to fit things in. So, because we know this last year was very nostalgia heavy, which was a lot of fun, but we realized, and there weren't a lot of
You're
games
missing
coming out.
a lot of
That's
like,
true.
new releases and stuff. Yeah.
Last year was pretty barren for new releases
Fuck yeah!
at
Look
the time.
at this. Eagle Talon +45 on the lightning damage, which
Man.
the whip is. +20 base damage for whips. We're the whip setup now, babies.
Perfect.
Look at that.
I did find it funny though. What was it? The Pokemon Direct came out, and someone made a funny point. They're like, "Man, you just can't please some fans. You just can't."
Oh no, you can't. Pokemon fans are some of the most toxic.
Oh
Yeah.
man, like.
And not all of them. If you took offense to me saying that, then that would be that you're part of the problem.
Yeah. I just found it funny. Like, I watched the Pokemon trailer and I was like, oh, that's cool. They're keeping the like top-down look and trying to keep it faithful to the original, but with updated graphics for Ruby and Sapphire. That's not Ruby and Sapphire, but Diamond and Pearl. That's kind of neat. Oh, they're trying to do an open world one. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a lot of mechanically in there yet, but who knows? Maybe it'll be more robust when it comes out. Having an optimistic viewpoint. And even some of my friends were just super negative about it. I'm just like, so we finally get them to do the exact thing we're asking them to do.
Ow!
We've only seen one trailer.
Yeah.
And we're already...
And it hasn't shown much of anything.
It hasn't shown much of anything, and we're already being negative? It's like...
I've never been to this
And
area.
Pokemon Snap looked really good. I'm like, can we wait a little bit? Like
Pokemon Snap looked great.
Pokemon Snap looked great, and sure, the new Pokemon Legends Arceus looked a little barren.
It's not Breath of the Wild though.
Yeah, it's like
all right, man, chill.
I mean, yeah,
Hold
it doesn't
up a
have an
second.
active combat system. Sure, it would have been cool for them to really go bold with that, but hey,
That
man.
would require a whole lot of change that I think we didn't get normally,
Yeah.
even in Sword and Shield. So it's like, I feel like that's kind of rude to ask at this
Yeah.
point. Like, yeah, it was a little underwhelming with Sword and Shield, but at the same time, like, I'm very eager to see, and I'm very willing to.
I'm willing to give them
listen and give them the benefit of the doubt that something could be coming of this. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea that it was ancient, like the film is very much ancient Japanese town
That's right, I
type
can't-
of deal,
My
and they're
curse
like,
doesn't allow me to
light
light
things up.
Yeah, because of my dark torch.
gotcha.
Fucking Zach says, Gotta catch these hands.
Yeah.
Gotta catch these hands. Gotta catch these hands. Catch these hands.
I understand why people thought that Ruby and Sapphire would be like Pokemon Sword and Shield, and you kind of use that archetype. And I understand people being disappointed, but there was also a level of just like straight up like kind of vitriol that was a little.
There's
guys.
a lot of
Chill.
I think sourness.
There's a
in the
lot of
Pokemon
sour grapes in the Pokemon community lately.
Yeah, it's like, man. And I'm not saying not all of it is undeserved or,
some
or
of it is
without,
very deserved,
ire. Oh, fuck,
100%.
man. But I'm definitely saying, like, if you're going to be a fan of something, why are you being that toxic? Whereas it's not even out yet. I get being kind of, like, anxious or being like, ooh, is this going to be the thing? Like, I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
Which is not a thing that it seems like a lot of... Not a lot.
Not a lot of
vocal
fan bases.
majority
The vocal majority seems to not have.
Seem to not have, and it's like, man, can you just hold it until it's time for it to come out?
It's still a year away, and
burn it when it comes out, but like, don't fucking cook the goose before it comes out of the oven.
If Arceus comes out and you know March next year, and it's boring and it's not fun and it's not intuitive, well, that sucks. But you know what? It's a year away. It's more than a year away, so hey, this was the first look. That looks kind of cool. It's like, oh, like, is it very mimicking of the Breath of the Wild stuff? Sure. But that's exactly what fans asked for, so they're trying to deliver it. And then I know some people are like, look at those graphics. Like, you guys do realize the Switch is technically running off a 2016 graphics engine from a phone, right? Like, it's still really powerful. And the Pokemon Company could improve, but there's a reason why Zelda was delayed so many times too, because they had to work really hard to make that kind of level of fidelity work. And that's not a pass, and it's not an excuse or anything like that.
But you need to understand it. Yeah.
Just understand that like there are some limitations that do make some of those things a little bit harder. But yeah, like Chris said, if the game comes out and it's bad, then burn it.
Yeah, then fucking destroy it. Yeah.
Then choose to be like, hey, I don't feel like they lived up to it. I wish they delayed it. I'm not going to pay for it. Your right as a consumer is to go like, I don't agree with the value of this game, and I'm choosing not to buy it. But I do think like so many fans, just like when Sword and Shield came out, it's like, you're angry. That's fine. You can not like the product, choose not to buy it. You can be like, I was disappointed in this. That's totally fine. But as soon as you start doing death threats, and as soon as you start being like vitriolic, there's a
I'm
clear
never
delineation.
defending that. Like, make sure you let them know by sending it to their address. You know, it's like no. You guys, it's a game.
Yeah,
fucking chill.
Yeah, you're allowed to, in a constructive and
you're allowed to voice your opinion.
You're allowed to voice your opinion.
Yeah, don't go fuck with.
There's a line
and
that's
not who I'm talking.
No, and of course we're not.
Yeah.
I always feel like cover your bases and let people know. It's like, oh, they said it was cool to say this. Like, no. Just like with this student, it's like, well,
because we're an authority.
Yeah. Mr. Sam said this was fine. It's like, no, that's not what I said. This is what I said. And like, well, I guess you did say that, Mr. Sam. It's like, yeah, I did. And you tried to tell the principal something different.
How dare you?
Kiddo,
fucking monster.
Words matter. Tone matters. Indication matters.
Yeah, no, and I think most people understand that.
Yeah.
We've never really been taken out of context too hard.
We haven't, and I think that's because we always back up and double down on like what we mean in a conversation. Just like, hey, this is exactly what we mean. If you misconstrue it from there, at least we try to get our point as much across. But Sword and Shield I thought was still good. It just had a couple of like minor issues, and even those weren't enough to be like, this game's garbage. Like, no, this is a really good Pokemon game. If you haven't played Pokemon in a long time,
I hadn't played Pokemon in a long time, so it felt awesome to me.
Yeah, like
it sparked a lot of joy for me. So honestly, like, yeah, man.
Yeah,
fuck yeah.
I thought it was still a good game. I thought the writing was bad, but
I think I'm gonna swap the Spark Hammer for this one.
Yeah, go for it.
Or that.
Just try it out.
Because we got lightning stuff. Wait, no, hold on.
I think nihilism is a good wake up.
We got a little bit of lightning stuff.
Yeah.
So that actually can help out. I think I'm gonna do that.
I understand Zach thinking it's lackluster for sure.
No. I'm not saying we're not saying don't be critical.
You can be critical all you want. Like, it's okay to be like, I feel like I wanted more out of this for this and this reason.
They're selling a product. Hold them to the account. but understand what's going on as well. Take it into context. You know?
Take into context, and feel free to criticize if you don't like. Well, I feel like they didn't do enough. And hey, man, that
come with constructive criticism.
Yeah, that's your opinion, and as a consumer of that product, you have the right to be like, man, I wish Sword and Shield had been more open world. I wish it had been this. I just found it funny that even when we were finally getting an open world Pokemon like people had asked for.
I enjoyed Sword too.
Yeah, and I thought Sword was a good game. I just found it almost baffling that like, okay, so they're given the game that people asked for, but it's never good enough, is it? Like it's never enough.
It does feel like a lot of that, like that never good enough.
It's like, okay, we haven't even seen the full release yet.
We also have to keep in mind, too, that is the vocal minority.
Exactly, 100%.
And it is not...
It's not the majority.
Not the majority of, like, Pokemon players.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease, and often the squeakiest wheels seem to rev it in your ear.
They seem to be the ones who, you know, represent I'm the real fan, you know, type of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, we need to take it into context. Too.
I think 7 out of 10 is a fair rating for that, Jack, for you specific. I think I'd probably give like maybe an 8 as a Pokemon game. Like, I think it's a good Pokemon game. I think some of the story elements were a little lackluster. But
I think it has a little something for everybody.
I think it does too. I think it...
9 out of 10.
I mean, yeah, but I could see someone looking at that game legitimately and be like, it's a 9 out of 10 for them, and I couldn't.
It depends for each person too, and that's why you have to like pay attention to the reviewer as well. Like, what do they like? Do I like the same things that they like? Like, somebody could have a whole lot of say for a movie review or a game or something, and not have any context for what that game means in the grand scheme of things.
Gab, I don't think so.
It's the same exact fucking way.
Yeah, it's the same.
Okay.
I enjoyed Ni no Kuni, but I think I would enjoy Pokemon more if there was a more involved combat system, like a more action-y combat system. I think that would be fun, but I also understand that Pokemon is built up on that basic
That's a drastic change.
It's a drastic change. That's why, like, you know,
hi, buddy.
That's why we have spin-offs like the Legends, and why we have spin-offs like Poke Tournament, so I can get those kind of aspects.
Let's Go Pikachu, or what is it?
Yeah,
Let's Go Pikachu, or the dungeon ones, or the cave
Dungeon
crawlers,
Master,
or whatever they're called.
Yeah, like
I've never played any of them, so I don't know. Like,
Dungeon
Master.
Is that
the ones where you kind of really like stray
kind of a little bit for sure. Like the Poke and Dungeon stuff is a little bit more like. I don't know a ton of it. My brother played them, but they are very different from the mainline Pokemon games.
Okay.
Let's Go Pikachu is really just. They didn't change much. I think they just got rid of battles for when you're catching Pokemon.
I think Pokemon peaked at Pokemon fucking Pinball.
I mean, Pokemon Pinball was really good.
It was hella good.
It was really good.
Fuck anyone who
you put a
play it.
AAA battery in it, and it rumbled your Game Boy. That shit was the best. I wish I still had. Oh wait, do I still have Pokemon Pinball? I think I do.
Oh yes.
I love that game. That game was
I don't know where mine is. I used to have it.
Oh man,
shit,
that game
man,
was
I
amazing.
might not actually take the perception. I think I'm just gonna offer
I
it up.
agree. Legends is a good step, and like it may not be all the way, but it's kind of like the whole idea behind like people that thought, well, like new administration come in, the vaccine should just be now ready within a week. It's like whoa, steps, guys. It's in steps. This is Pokemon adventuring into a new idea with their thing, and it's not the best analogy, mind you.
I think a lot of what the Pokemon stuff and a lot of what you're saying is that things are built years ahead.
Yeah.
And then only they can react to, you know, fan intake or output and things like that.
To me, it at least shows that they've been listening, because that game had to been in development for a while, which is like, oh, they saw Breath of the Wild and they saw that fans have been wanting this type of game for a long time, but they wanted to deliver their mainline Pokemons without stretching too far. And you can be critical of Game Freak and say they don't change enough. That's fine. I mean, that's okay. You can say that. I just wish, like we said, the vocal minority is always the loudest, and there's probably plenty of people that are fine with it. I just found it really funny that that same minority that was complaining for years about a Breath of the Wild finally have one. It's a year out from release, and it's not good enough. It's like, you haven't even played it yet.
It's also like,
no one's played it.
We want an open world one. Yeah, but not like this. It's like, man, shut the fuck up and just let them try it.
Yeah.
And then maybe it'll,
maybe
it'll
be appeased.
They're fucking trying. Like, I'm not defending them. I'm not a big Nintendo stan, and I'm not like all for Pokemon. And the last one I played before Sword was fucking Red. Like, it's not, I'm no super fan. But damn, let some motherfuckers get a chance.
Yeah, give them a chance, and then if it's bad, then you can say it's bad, and say, or just say, like, even if you just didn't like it for whatever reason, you're allowed to say and you didn't like it. That's totally fine. I did enjoy Ni no Kuni, Gab. I think the main.
Which one was Ni no Kuni?
Ni no Kuni was the Miyazaki game that came
The
out on the
art style,
PS3.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So you had.
Did they remake it recently? Is that what?
There's a second one they made, and there was like a movie that they made. So it's not. I don't know if it was remade. I think it was ported to like the PS4.
There you go. Okay, yeah. I remember there was something Ni no Kuni recently, like 2020 or
yeah.
2019.
It's a good game, and Mr. Drippy's a great character.
Mr. Drippy.
Mr. Drippy's just the name of the character. He's got a great like Scottish accent, or like a very like maybe it's Welsh.
Okay.
But it's very charming. He's a very charming character. Very much kind of like the Soot Sprites in Howl's Moving Castle by Billy Crystal. You're just like, oh, I like this character and I like everything about him.
Okay. Yeah. What up, puppy?
What up? I thought the combat system was okay. I enjoyed it, but honestly, I didn't. I kind of wish Ni no Kuni hadn't had the familiars. I'll be real with you. I kind of wanted them to go in a more Princess Mononoke fashion with the RPG, where it's like you're playing as these characters and like they have power-ups, and it's like not the like. I didn't really care for the Pokemon-like system, so that wasn't the main draw for me. I thought it was well done, but honestly, when Ni no Kuni 2 came out, I wasn't really interested in revisiting. The story they told in the first one was really good, really concrete, and told a full story, and I was like, that was fun, but it's also an 80-hour JRPG, so, you know.
Like most JRPGs, right?
I mean, 80 hours is overselling it, mind you, but
it feels like that's like a Xenosaga.
It's like one of those. It's like a 40, 50-hour game, so...
Yeah, to complete 80 hours.
I had this conversation with someone in the chat about Ratchet and Clank.
This will be the first that I got on this seed.
Yeah.
Not the seed, this pathway.
Nice.
I think we got a good setup with Swip.
But it was like a similar conversation where someone's like, a couple of people talked about...
Real quick, I have seen this boss before. I didn't realize. What? This boss works in curses, and she fucked me up last time almost. We'll see if I can get the best of her. But if you were saying about Ni no Kuni and games and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the reason why, Gab, they always design Pokemon with the mindset of when we were kids, when we were in 4th grade, when we were in 5th grade. It didn't bother us that there was only 4 moves. We thought that was really in-depth. And not to say that kids aren't smart. I'm the last person to think that. I think kids are super smart. But...
I think the simplicity of it was a big selling point,
It's a big selling point for a lot of people. So I think their core mind... And this bums out Pokemon fans who have been fans since they were kids, who are now in their 30s.
They want the tactical thing, right?
They want
something
more
new.
in-depth system. They want a version of Pokemon. And I think that's fair that the Pokemon company should be able to, as big as they are, you should be able to make a game that is geared... with a little bit more nuance and a little bit more intrigue and tactical sense for that older crowd. I think that's should be possible. I think they should do that because, hey, it's a whole market you're just not tapping into. You don't have to make it dark and edgy and mean and stuff, but I mean, I don't remember what it was, and maybe I'm... Oh, no, I was thinking of Hasbro. Never mind. I was thinking of a different company. But, yeah, I understand Pokemon fans get frustrated, but I think people... really do need to always remember the main thing that the Pokemon company is trying to do is they're trying to make it a game that's super accessible for a young generation. But adults really like it too, so it would be cool if, hey, but I mean, that's why they made Pokken Tournament too. Like, Pokken Tournament's a fighting Tekken game with Pokemon in it.
Really?
Yeah, like, it's got somewhat of a simple combat system, but at the same time, like, that's a more mature version of it. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it would be nice if they had more in-depth stuff, but it would be nice if they continued to do the other. And I think that at least this last press conference was a little bit of like, hey, they were listening to Breath of the Wild fans. They were listening to their fan base. They are trying to make games, but games take years to make, and
you kind of have to pivot a little bit every now and then.
Yeah, it's not a flip of a switch. And like we said, if it comes out and it sucks, then, well, say it sucks and don't buy it. Pokemon Snap comes out and it sucks, we'll let you know.
Yep. On the off chance of this being better, which it is, 24 plus 5 versus 20 plus 3, I do like the corruption for each one going down. Shit, maybe I should actually swap it. just don't have much constitution. I'll fucking take it. It's probably a bad idea. I wish the worst upon Pokemon fans, and that worst thing is that they get everything they fucking want.
Yeah.
So they have nothing more to complain about.
It's like when Smash fans got really mad about the character reveal. It's like, come on, guys. It may not be what you want, and I get it. I haven't gotten Geno. I'll probably never get Geno.
One last plop.
It's
Thank
fine.
you, Zach.
Thanks,
Dropping
Zach.
it into the jar. Hundo Korg.
Yeah.
No, that's my silly take on it.
Yeah,
Let's see
it's
if I
as
can
simple as that. I saw the Detective Pikachu movie the other day. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Oh, the first time?
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
shit.
cute.
Okay.
Like, it's not as a kid, I could have watched that and been like, this probably would have been my favorite movies as a kid. I would have liked it immensely. And as an adult, I was like, that was an enjoyable flick. It's got a couple of issues here and there, but nothing so bad where it's just like, this is unbearable. It's like, no, this is fine. Jokes land. There's a decent story.
Did I just get double fucking triggered? I just did. Oh my god.
More of a Chris question, probably, as someone who is self-diagnosed with horror phobia. What do you get from / why do you like playing horror games? I just can't imagine wanting to play something that'll keep me up at night for 3 years. Well, that's why I don't play horror games, but Chris will answer for him.
I actually don't really care for horror games all that much. I was never much of a fan of Resident Evil or anything like that. I don't think I played Resident Evil up until
Veronica?
Yeah. No, I think that was exactly the first one.
I do. I remember that from high school because you told me about it.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, it's cool and it's very different from my style of games and stuff. But I'm not
I'm
really
the same way, Pat.
You know, it needs to get done on the channel, and it ain't gonna happen unless it's me. Baby.
Yeah, I'm not. And also, I'm not
It ain't gonna happen unless it's me.
Yeah.
So.
I did enjoy your walk. I thought that was fun. I like spooky,
fuck.
stuff like this and Darkest Dungeon, and like that kind of like.
You get that kind of dread aspect more than you
I like
get
the-
of the horror.
Exactly.
What in the fuck was that?
This is like Eldritch horrors and stuff like that in Hellboy. I find that stuff fun, and Castlevania and monsters and stuff, but. If you told me go play a super horror-y, bloody, gory game, it's just like, that's not me. My imagination plays with my mind too much. Mike's not even a big horror fan. It's just
Mike
that
doesn't care for horror at all.
yeah, he can tolerate it way more than I can. Like it doesn't bother him in the way that it bothers me.
Bitch.
My buddy Nick is a huge horror fan. I don't think anyone else on the channel are, but someone's got to check out horror games every now and then because they're really popular.
Woo! Yep.
And peripherally, I find out if a game is scary or not because occasionally I'll just be woken up and I'll hear like from the side of the wall and be like, okay,
It's not really horror.
Yeah.
But because I don't play these games and like think, oh man, I'm gonna have trouble sleeping at night.
Yeah.
I play these games and I think, oh man, that got my blood pumping.
Right.
You know, it doesn't quite hit on that aspect with me. Like I'll get shocked and be like, oh fuck, shit. And get into the game where I'm trying not to die, but I'm trying to keep it entertaining too, so I need to keep pushing forward. I can't just, my normal thing would just be like, I'm just going to wait in this hallway for 40 minutes while I wait for the perfect opportunity to, and that doesn't make for good games.
No.
Or good gameplays and stuff like
Whereas
that.
for me, like, I usually can't play them because my mind will usually wander and then, like, think about that thing for hours. When I had to watch The Shining for film studies class, I fast-forwarded through the movie.
What up, Axel?
I couldn't do it. I couldn't just sit there and watch The Shining.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even consider The Shining to be a horror per se nowadays.
Nowadays,
you know?
yes. No, not compared to, like, some of the more modern features.
Yeah.
But even that, like, ooh, no, that even that gets to me.
That makes sense. Yeah. That checks out.
Hey, Axel.
Yeah, a lot of the Resident Evil is like a jump scare or environmental. It's a lot of the fear of running out of resources, which is a different fear, you know? I don't, and I'm only speaking for myself, I don't think a whole lot of people have nightmares about the zombies in Resident Evil. I think they think the concept is horrific and scary more than anything, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Whoop. I don't think specifically they're finding the ideas of characters scary. I mean,
right.
As a matter of fact, you know, you got Big Mama now, what's her name? The vampire one that everyone's thirsting on.
Oh yeah.
You know, if that goes for anything for what people are into nowadays.
Some of my favorite things where it's just like the main characters run like, no, stop, don't chase me. It's like,
yeah.
oh no, these
Please
sexy.
don't step on me, mommy.
Please, these sexy giant ladies are following me. And there's also two communities that like feel differently about it.
Yeah.
One people are like, damn, she's fine, and other people are like, man, she's powerful. Like there's definitely a split amongst why people find her empowering.
And that's all good and nice, but like, yeah, I wouldn't call that horror aspect
Not
anymore. When I was a kid, now you know, and this is depending on anyone.
Yeah.
You know, that could be horrific for you. Horror is a genre that
for
is
me,
very
that scares the shit
personal.
out of me. But for a lot of people, it's like compared to some of the horror films, yeah, not so much.
I can't think of the last time I watched a horror movie that gave me really nightmares. I think it's more
Every
like
horror movie I've
concepts
ever
that scare
watched.
me nowadays.
You are lucky then. I can't. I can't. I'll walk past something and it'll be The Exorcist and be like, that's gonna be stuck in my head for the next 6 hours. Cool. I'll see a picture of it and be like, get out of my dreams.
I think it's
son of
greater
a-"
concepts and stuff that fuck me up now. Not like singular entities, not one monster. It's like the fear of like not being able to do enough, or drowning, or like your loved ones, you know, betraying you, or something. Like that's my horror nowadays.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
Not fucking, you know, oh, there's a scary clown. You know?
Yeah. And that's not a knock to anybody that's actually afraid
No,
of
no, no, no,
clowns.
no, no. I'm saying this is me personally.
This is for
yeah.
a person. Just
this is
put it
not,
out there.
you know, if your horror is scary clowns, yeah, fuck clowns, man.
Yeah.
I hate needles.
Yeah.
I don't have dreams of needles. I think a lot of my nightmares and stuff are not singular entities. They're more existential in a sense.
I don't get nightmares. I just get dreams about a reality that doesn't exist, making me sad about the reality I wake up into. Thank you, brain. Thank you so much, you son of a bitch.
Right on. True J.
Thank you, True J.
Is that cheese? Is that cheese? I think it might be cheese. I hope that answered your question for you, Chingus. Even though you can't stand horror, you have a Chrome extension that blocks all video and thumbnails on YouTube. And then I just listened to Chris and Mike screaming about something I can't see. It's way more interesting. What the fuck?
Jesus.
You have an anti-TMM but pro-TMM fucking Chrome extension.
Jeepers creepers.
I should play Soma. It is on my list, and I do.
It's been on the list for a while.
I do
yeah.
think we own it.
We do, I believe, because I think during.
I think we got a sale on it. Yeah.
I think during Halloween we almost played it, but due to how busy Mike was, how everything was going on, I think October was pretty light, as was our December.
It was hard this year. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, everyone knows. We've all been through it. We all understand.
Mhm.
It's been a hard year.
We like horror games. We just also like theming them out.
Yeah, there's certain ones that I will play, like Year Walk or Year. It was called Year Walk, right?
Year Walk. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was enjoyable. It got me spooked a couple times, but I enjoyed it because it wasn't about jump scares. It was about
it was
some
one or
of
two,
it-
yeah.
one or two, but for the most part, it was about.
It wasn't
like,
about it. Yeah.
It wasn't about gore or anything. It was more like mysterious horror, where it was just like, okay, that's cool. There was nothing just like.
Yeah. Like Narcosis. Sam should play with you. Sam, did you play Narcosis with me? Yes, you did.
Yeah,
It was the
it
very
was the
first
second
horror
it was the
game we ever played. It's the second game.
And it
that
didn't
you-
scare
yeah.
me at all. It scared the crap out of Chris because underwater, and I
fucking hate it.
Yeah, you go watch it. It's the second series we ever did together.
Super early on.
It was right after we recorded Oregon Trail, and not Oregon Trail as in Oregon the state, but Oregon as in Organ. Oregon.
Gold in the ground disappears after a short time. I am 4 out of 5 on this curse. We are not long for this world, gang.
Yeah.
I need to start curing some curse before I get to that final boss. Otherwise, I'm going to be fighting with 1 HP.
But yeah.
But I think this is a good take on showing you guys, like,
the depth.
This
of
game's
game.
hard, yeah.
I think this is a good, solid game for you if you liked Hades and you're done with that, or if you like Darkest Dungeon and you like Dead Cells type
You
games.
like that style, yeah.
You like Bastion, this seems like a game that might be right up your alley. It's definitely hard.
It's challenging.
We're not
I
gonna
don't think
say
it's
it's
too
not.
challenging enough to where you won't be able to beat it.
No, I don't think so either.
But I do think it's okay. I do think it's challenging along the line to be like, oh hey, look, you're gonna be spending at least 2-3 full days of game time playing this game, like 30 hours, probably up to 50. You know, trying to figure out like how to beat enemies. What's your ideal setups and stuff.
100%. It does seem like Hades. This game has a lot of depth, and will give you a lot of time. For
Fuck,
your
I'm
money.
stuck.
But
There we go.
very unlikely, Gab, that I will play Soma. From what I remember
that'll probably
watching,
be Mike.
it'll most likely be Mike. Like I said, I really, just like how Chris feels about needles, I really don't like horror movies. I really, really don't.
And Soma's old. It's not even like scary anymore.
But honestly, dude, Halloween scares the shit out of me, and that movie's from the 70s. So
no, that's true. That's
yeah,
true.
like even old horror movies, like people are like, well, it's fake. I'm like, yeah, but my mind won't tell me that. My mind will lie to me and tell me, well, what if it's real? It's like, you son of a bitch. Get out of here.
Yeah.
So,
I feel you. Yeah.
They're like, I love Darkest Dungeon stuff. I really liked Yearwalk. I thought that was enjoyable, but I do think that like the art style is a big thing that has to draw me in too, and then it has to be very story focused. Yearwalk was very story focused.
Yeah.
But
it was almost entirely.
You know, entirely. Whereas like Asoma just, I don't know. From what I remember watching, it didn't pique me very much. I remember I had this argument with not an argument, but a discussion with a buddy of mine when I said like, okay, what looks better to you, the Spider-Man Insomniac game or Into the Spider-Verse? Which art style do you prefer?
Mm-hmm.
And it went to show it's like I prefer Into the Spider-Verse. I think it's more of what I enjoy seeing in games, and he preferred the Spider-Man by Insomniac. Neither is a wrong answer, but I really tend to go for games like this would be a game I would check out solely based on the art because I genuinely think it looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's like has that Darkest Dungeon aesthetic, has that nice cool cell shaded top down, like really easily defined areas. It seems like something that I would totally dig.
It's really awesome.
Yeah.
And Blue's right. Yeah, you can turn off the enemies and stuff if you want to just experience Soma as Soma. You can turn off the kills and the enemies and everything. Yeah.
I mean, that's cool. Like, I have nothing against horror games. It's just, like I said, my mind loves to play tricks on me. So it's like, Mike is a trooper and Mike is a champ. And it's always funny, the conversations we have. I'm like, have fun, Mike. He's like, you bastard.
He enjoys it too, though.
He enjoys it too, though.
He enjoys it. Damn it, I didn't get all the gold before.
But yeah, I try and avoid horror games. I'll try them every now and then, but it has to be one that like, okay, I might sit through that. Like, I even think Resident Evil is cool, but I also wouldn't want to sit through it because I know it would scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But
there's different types of games for different people.
Exactly.
So my main job thing here is just be like, oh hey, who would make a good partner for a lot of this?
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of the times you'll see the games as they are, with the people playing them as they are, because I'm like, well, this is going to be the most entertaining for a lot of you guys.
Yep. We're always looking at what series we'll have discussions on. Hey, this game looks like a me and Sam game. This looks like a me and Mike game. And if we had the opportunity to be like, this looks like a Sam and Mike game, but you know,
that's hard to get, especially nowadays. Yeah.
Even more so nowadays. Maybe someday in the future it'll be more of a possibility. But you know, it's things we look at like, oh, all three of us should play this. Like Scott Pilgrim.
We've been trying to get Scott Pilgrim for fucking months now.
Yeah, I mean, if Mike has time this week, I might be open this week to do it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Perhaps. We'll see.
Perhaps. I mean, it's one of those things. We love recording all three of us, but one, the space is small, and two, Mike has to come at 11, so I have to be fully awake enough to do it too.
Every recording, if you ever see me being super loopy and stuff about things, a vast majority of it is that I'm recording with Mike at a time that normally ain't my time to be
awake.
Up,
yeah.
You know? It's normally like Mike comes over and it's midnight when we start recording. And I'm not saying midnight's terribly late, but when we end recording at
6:30
5 or 6 or 7 a.m.,
I'm waking up for work and
oh man, I'm fucking tired. I am beat. Like, I'm getting loopy by the end of this. You know, that's generally how it goes. Let's see if we can get to this big bad boss.
I'm guessing we're wrapping up this run too.
Yeah, this will be the last one.
Okay.
Yeah. Heal 12% of gold's offering. I'm gonna sell that for the corruption. Whoa! Last second fucking oh. Last second there. We're coming up on the final boss. He's at the tippity. He's 2 more rooms.
Okay.
And then that's it. I die there or we won.
I have not played the courtyard for Darkest Dungeon. Whatever you see on the channel is what I played.
DLC.
Yeah, I never bought the DLC, and then by the time I finished, I was like, I finished the game. That felt really good. If I had it on Switch, maybe I would, but you know, time commitment is a real issue. I know that we had a couple people that talked about.
It also wasn't the biggest hit for the channel
wasn't.
too,
It grew
so
over time.
we had to pick it up.
Yeah. Darkest grew a lot over the time, but as we were playing it, it was more like I was pushing it. Chris is like, I don't know, no one's really watching it. And he was right. At the time, not a lot of people were, but we both enjoyed it. We were both having fun, wanted to see where it went.
Yeah.
And over time, it became a good, long-standing series, so it panned out. But yeah, that's why we never went to DLC.
We're eager for number 2 once it's out of early access.
Exactly.
Once it's out of early access.
I will not be playing it until it's
We're not saying it before then. We're not saying to. You know, we're
like
gonna play
Rogue
it
Legacy.
early. Yeah.
Once Rogue Legacy is all done, I will be happy to give it another go and see if it pans out. But until then,
yeah,
I'm gonna wait because unfortunately, not a lot of people. 1, there's not enough content. 2, not enough people watch it when we
a lot of
repetition. So it's like,
yeah.
all right, we're gonna hold off on it for a while. But time is a huge thing, and so like, yeah, I never really got back to it.
Where you at, babies? I fucking
Sam
missed
is
all
a
that
ghost.
gold.
I mean, probably. Hey, Orlis.
What up, Oilers?
The reason why I'm not on here is because I told Chris I might be able to show up for the end half of the stream, but I didn't know if I was going to be on the stream at all. I was.
No, here's the thing, Orlis. You showed up late. Sam showed up on time.
I mean, yeah, you could have done that. Sometimes one of the faces on there. Sometimes we just forget to update it in time.
No, I changed it after you told me that you were not going to be here at the very start.
Yeah,
so.
For this specific one, I told Chris like around 10 in the morning. I'm like, hey, I didn't tell you, but I have to be gone. I'll potentially be back maybe by halfway through the stream. I'll see how I'm feeling. So that's why my face isn't there.
Yeah, so I took him off because I didn't know if he wanted to show up or not. I wanted to give him some family time. You know how that be sometimes. Sometimes people just want to go see a family member or deal with some stuff.
Yeah, I was socially distancing with my folks and my brother outside, masks, all that good stuff. But yeah, and then by the time I got back, it was like 5 o'clock. I'm like, you know what? I haven't eaten and I'm tired, so I'm going to take care of some things. And then I popped in.
Ooh, yes. Get the heals out. Get the good heals.
Well, I'm happy to be here, Pat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice having you here. Let's get this. Ooh, 10%. Well, we're almost near the end of the run, so I don't think I'm going to buy Treasure Find at this point. I'll just buy the damage up.
Yeah, it started getting cold, so like at a certain point my family was like, it's freezing. We're like, yeah, it kind of is. So,
hanging out outside and stuff.
Hanging out outside, and at a certain point we're like, all right, sun's going down. Time to get on home.
Ooh. I've never been to these areas, so you guys are seeing like hot takes for what's going on in here. Oh, that didn't look good.
That sounds like an interesting story, Jack. Your parents trying to buy a car in a snowstorm. That sounds like a weird time to buy a car.
Why would you do? Ow! Why would you do that?
It is beyond me.
Nope! Don't bite me, you big beetle bitch.
Probably not a good time to buy a car. Probably not.
Heavy weapons. I don't think I have any heavy weapons. I'll get rid of corruption in the meantime. If you guys notice, I've been trying to keep that corruption at bay, but as soon as I get to full corruption, I'm pretty fucked. I'm only 44 points away from getting full corruption and being absolutely knackered. I think that's the term. Is that the term?
Knackered?
Just getting absolutely fucked up. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, I don't know. Don't know! Okay, those fucking traveling along a path I did not anticipate. Y'all need to come out here and fight me.
Yeah, come into the wilderness.
Yeah, so I can see you. Oh. No, I tried to roll and I didn't have enough fucking timing. Wasn't good enough. You get... Oh, you bastard. You get out here. I think there's one more in there. No, the music betrays them. Oh, I need to find a way to get rid of some curse. Constitution, poison attacks, don't want that. Trade it in for more con. Oh, come on. With this darkness and everything. Come on, baby. Come out into the... Oh, it really changes up the way that the game plays by having these curses that cause, like, lights to shift and stuff.
That's what I remember hearing in the review, like, the more curses you get, the harder it is. But you have to get all the curses, don't you, in order to beat it?
You don't have to, no, but it is part of the game to get these curses and go through doors and stuff.
Gotcha.
It's part of the game to collect them. It's almost like in Darkest Dungeon where you have... You're just gonna start getting insane. Like, eventually,
Gotcha.
like, it's trying to figure out ways to work it to your advantage. So right now, I have so much darkness around because it's part of my curse for the, I think it's Shadow Word maybe. But I have stuff that gives me plus 30% damage in darkness. So I started building my kit towards that in order to use it. Now it sucks because I can't see the enemies as well and it leaves me way more open to attack. But it's kind of a strategy thing where it's like, well, it's there and it sucks. But I can use it to my advantage. Ugh! What the fuck enemy is this? I don't know what this, like, orb thing is. Oh, fuck!
I don't know either. So when you're in combat occasionally, because of your curse, there's a ring that pops up underneath you?
The ring? Oh, no, that's the enemies hitting me.
Oh, okay.
That's the enemies doing, special moves and stuff trying to get me. That? Back it up. That's the enemies casting curses and stuff to increase my curse radius, which I was just looking at and totally not looking into my AoE range.
No, totally not. But yeah, once again, I'm impressed with how this game looks. It's got a really nice level of polish to the like just the environments.
It just feels good too.
Yeah, it just looks and feels good. You know, UI seems very robust, but also
Ooh, do I have this one?
Easy to kind of consume and not too crazy.
I don't want to take it. Shit, I can't take it. I'll end up getting the final curse if I do.
It kind of reminds me of the art style that they used to have for the old X-Men top-down gauntlet style games.
Yeah.
Where it's just like that. It was like the beginning of that really thick art style. It's kind of even reminds me a little bit of
heavy,
those.
it's chunky, right?
It's heavy and it's chunky. And it just looks good.
Oh, he's so fast!
See, like I see things like that, and I know it's spooky, but I love that kind of stuff. Like it's gross and kind of weird, but maybe because it's cartoony or like Mike Mignola, it doesn't cross that threshold of being like, oh man, that's gonna creep me out. But anytime it's slightly realistic, I'm like, oh no. Like The Thing, I can't watch The Thing. No, thank you.
Oh, you son of a... I've never fought this guy before, so I'm sitting here like, how do I fight him? And I'm trying to get away from him. Ooh, he dodges. He's got dodgies. Oh, no! That sucked. God, I'm gonna fucking die to him. He is the last boss on these tiers.
Is there any way to get rid of the poison?
No, not that I know of. I think it just works itself out, which on this boss might just be whenever it fucking feels like it.
Maybe hammer him instead if the whip's too slow?
Yeah.
Maybe it'll just be like...
The whip is my strongest one.
Oh, darn.
Right now. I'll try it though. Get in good with them.
Or maybe like, ooh, that
fucker.
hurts. Maybe it's one of those things where you just wait to, he does one of those and then combo him?
Well, I only have so much stamina too, so I'm trying to get out of the range while attacking, but he's actively dodging too.
Oh, wow.
And the whip's letting me keep away.
Yeah, you got a good point with that whip.
Whoop! Yeah.
It's also hard because you're learning his patterns his first time, so you're not used to it.
And he's got a very... Fuck, man. Did I take the thing that brought me up at 50? No, I didn't.
You got down to 50-ish% though.
Nah, he's fucking hard.
You did a good
too.
job on that.
That's my first time ever getting that far.
Yeah.
I like 66% of that run I've never seen. So I'm like, wow, I got a lot done.
I'm happy you got home safe too, Jack. That
Yeah.
sounds like a crazy experience.
Thank you guys for being here.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Hope you liked Curse of the Dead Gods.
Yeah,
If
it's
you're
cool.
interested, I believe it's 10% off right now.
Go check it out on Steam.
I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I think this puts me at just under 8 hours in playtime right now. It's just challenging enough. This is what I was going to show you real quick, the map. It starts you off with these levels, and once you start beating 2, maybe even 3 of those first levels, then it puts you into second tier.
Then the
This
third
was
tier.
bringing, wow, that wasn't even third tier.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I found this path to be the easiest,
Right.
personally, then this one being the second
You
hardest.
must find the golden monkey
then
who is at
this
the
one
center of the
being
temple.
the second hardest, guys. Give it a go if you can, if you're interested. I think it's well worth the price. I think it's only $18 right now to $20 normal sale.
It looks like it's gonna. We've already put 8 hours into it, and we're not even that far. That should show you how much time you're probably going to spend. So
Yeah. Thank you guys for being here.
yeah, thanks for
Thank
coming,
you
everybody.
for everyone who cheered, gave bits.
Thank you for whoever became the new patron. We will send you an email at some point.
I will check it out
Very
as soon
soon.
as this is over. Zach and Stryker,
Thank you.
gift and subs. Thank you guys so much. We will see you next Thursday
Yes.
with what's probably the last episode of Subnautica. I know we've said that like 4 times now.
But I think you've squeezed
But
everything
now
out
that
of it.
the new update came out and story hasn't really progressed, and it's like, all right, let's go break ourselves and see. And yeah, I tried doing some stuff off camera that didn't work, and I'm like, okay, I think we're officially at the dead end now.
Yeah.
But we'll see you guys next Thursday. We'll see you on Discord, YouTube, Twitter, all that good jazz.
all that stuff.
Stay safe, guys. Thanks for being here.
Yep.
Love y'all. Beep,
Peace.
bop, boop.